up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Aloha Friday, and happy Aloha Friday, everyone. We've made it to the end of the week. We are here. It is time to relax and chill. And guys, we have an action-packed show today because we also have the community manager from FANABLE joining us to interview the House of Bane, guys. And apparently, I did meet the House of Bane in Vegas. We're going to get into that a little bit later. But before we even get started, guys, let me get my awesome wife in the studio. Dee, how are you?
What's up, everybody? It feels like it's been a while since we both were up here, Hinano. Like me and you together hosting.
That's
the
true.
last two times was the community event. So yeah, it's nice to have you by my side.
That's true. I think the last time I was on stream was with the biggest bro, and I popped up for a little bit on VR just because I was laughing and I hit the wrong button. So
No, it's good. It's good to be here. Through this thunderstorm, we're braving it.
Yes. So guys, right now, the state of Hawaii is under an emergency proclamation because the entire state is getting hit by a tropical storm. And you know what's so funny about that? The entire state is getting hit, but where D and I are right now, we're like right in the little eye, and there's no rain or anything where we're at right now. So it's gonna come, but right now we've got some respite. So we're gonna take advantage of this and really enjoy the stream. But guys, before we even start, let me give a shout out to Sambazon for fueling the stream. If you guys would like to try to get a pep in your step or any of that good stuff, try one of their quality drinks right here. Amazon, I've got the passion fruit. I believe Diaz also has the original flavor. And then also, guys, follow them on their socials right here on X. Also want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, FANABLE, right here for sponsoring the stream, you guys. And we'll be right back.
Imagine a world where your cherished collectibles are always safe, giving you peace of mind and effortless control anytime, anywhere. That's the mission of FANABLE, where they digitize your prized items and safeguard them in their fully insured, state-of-the-art Brinks Vault, all backed by advanced blockchain technology for unmatched transparency and security. The best part, and the true value, is in the community, a warm, welcoming family of passionate collectors, new and old. Every week, they create fresh content supported with giveaways for the community and host X Spaces, YouTube live streams, and lively game nights in Discord, where laughter flows and bonds grow strong. Discover their 24/7 kiosks, perfect for grail-chasing graded comics or cards with ease. Explore their vibrant marketplace, brimming with a delightful variety of collectibles to browse and cherish, and feel the comfort of trading digitally while truly owning the physical. It's freedom wrapped in serenity. So the question you have to ask yourself, do you FANABLE?
And if you don't, we do have a link down below. Go and sign up. There is no pressure at all. We just really enjoy the project. This is a project that not only have I put a lot of my own funding in, but it's a project that I constantly love to interact in. And that's called pocket watching, by the way. Dee, anything you want to add before we move on?
No, that's great. Usually I'm the one shilling and saying, click on the link in the description. So yeah, it's nice that you're going to be saying it. Yeah, go check out FANABLE, everybody, fanable.io. Download it on either iOS or Android. And yeah, get started on collecting. They got comic kiosks as well as Pokemon cards, some One Piece in there, and more to come. Yeah, we just got word today. Yeah, more to come.
Also, I want to give a shout out to FANABLE because they are one of the supported sponsors of the giveaway right here. We will be running a FANABLE giveaway at the end of the stream. So stay tuned for that, as we're going to be doing a race for you guys at the end of the stream. And I also want to give a shout out to VeVe because we have a VeVe supported giveaway as well. Shout out to VeVe for supporting the stream giveaway as well, guys. We're going to run that at the middle of the stream. And then right here is VeVe's socials. If you guys haven't yet, go follow VeVe on X. And I think that's everything, Dee. I think we've covered it all. Yep. Anything else before we get our guests in the studio? I see them tracking in right now. Let's get them in.
Yeah, let's get them in. I do see some people. I just want to give a shout out to everyone that's here in the chats and watching and listening. Yeah, we do have a button we can push for later. But yeah, appreciate everyone for tuning in. if
There
we
you go.
want to bring up our guest.
All right, guys, without further ado, let's get them in.
Activate the machine. Full power.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Carlos, aka the House of Bane, and our hacker slash shark over there, Sloppy, the community manager. What's up, guys? We'll start with you, House of Bane. How you been, man?
Been great. Been looking forward to the conversation. Really just anytime that we get back from any conventions or get-togethers where we're on the VeVe community or just collectors, especially digital collectors, and you get back home and you're trying to kind of share the story with folks around you and it doesn't quite hit the same. So I'm totally looking forward to having this conversation where I feel like I'm understood and like we're all on the same page. We get it, you know?
You know, my friend, and I know you know him, his name is Chris Severs. We got to hang out with him last year in Maui. And there's this thing, this essence that he likes to always talk about called nostalgia respark. And it's that thing that you just said, right? Where you know exactly what we're talking about. We both understand. We both get it. We both enjoy what we're doing here in this space. And it's a good thing. That's that nostalgia respark. So I think we're going to be jumping into that vibe today, my friend.
I totally agree. And it's a great way to explain it because that's exactly what I felt as I was getting prepared for this conversation, going through my collectibles, going through like some of the things that I had already forgotten about from either whether it's a week ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. It's like, oh, that's right. I did have that.
You know, it's so funny. Before you came on, because Dee said that you were going to do, you were going to show some stuff. I'm a big Star Trek collector, right? And so the weirdest thing is I've got so much Star Trek ships from the Eagle Moss distributor, but they went out of business. And I found a spaceship I lost that was underneath the coffee table on the side of my desk. I was like, what is this? And then I pulled out, and in fact, it's right here. This box was hidden underneath the coffee table this whole time. Yeah.
It was our son.
It's a little dusty, but so I know exactly what you mean. But before we even get started anymore, I want to thank everyone for joining. If you're watching now live on the replay, Slops, how are you, my friend?
Howdy, howdy.
Howdy, man. How's the chicken farming going, my friend?
Exhausting. I am tired.
He's cooped out.
Well, you do have an important job, man. We all need to get our eggs, especially Easter's coming up, man. You're an important person, so let's go, Slops.
Yes, sir, I am.
Also, really quick, guys, before we start, and now House of Bane, this is something we constantly do in case we see somebody in the chat. That's right, guys. Poof is in the chat. The community manager for Cryptoys. I'm sorry, Digitoys. I gotta get that right, Poof. Digitoys is in the chat. It's good to see you, Poof. And thank you for always supporting. All right, there you go. As always, guys, we always say ladies first here. So, Dee, pass the baton to you.
Yes. So, yeah, thank you, Slops, for jumping on. And Carlos, thank you. Nice to meet you. I want to say I'm pretty good at remembering faces with the names and voices that I meet. And I want to say I did not personally meet you in Vegas.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I think
it might have
also,
been Hinano, but I don't remember like conversating with you. And I don't drink as much because, small person. I don't want to look like a fool. I don't want to look like a fool and just like
up the slack. We're there to help you out.
Let me turn off the camera. Wait.
So, but thank you for joining and your time tonight. I know even with the daylight savings, extending another extra hour. So really appreciate you. So I just kind of want to get started. I know your name is Carlos. What kind of caught my attention was, your name, House of Bane. So can you kind of give us and the people watching and listening, where, I guess, how, why House of Bane?
Sure.
I mean, I'm sure it's like something like with fandom, what you like to collect, but can you give us kind of like a the backstory of
Background.
how, yeah, your name came to be and how you got started in the collecting journey?
Sure. So with Bane, as far as that connection is, see, if you look on VeVe, my name is Spurs Bane, right? So in here in San Antonio, Texas. So I'm a big San Antonio Spurs fan. And a buddy of mine, he was more hardcore into collecting and really Batman and Bane. He's like, "You look like you could be Bane." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "You should get the Bane mask and costume." I'm like, "I'm not doing that stuff, man." And he's like, "We'll play Madden, and if you win, I'll buy you the Bane mask." And then I was like, "All right, cool." So we play. I ended up winning, and I went to the Spurs like opening night as Bane, right? And not thinking much of it. I knew the character, but I didn't know like the quotes. I didn't know that much of the full context. But next thing you know, people are coming up to me and asking to take pictures, and then they're quoting the movie. And next thing you know, I'm all of a sudden, getting people reaching out to me on Instagram, like, "Hey, do you have an Instagram? Do you have this? Are you going to be at the next game?" And it grew into where, like, now, and I brought this just in case. Um, this is me as a Fiesta medal. So that is where
Whoa.
I
Cool.
ended up getting to where I would go with Spurs games, Dallas Cowboys games as Bane, and then all of a sudden, I'd learn the quotes. I'm like, "Yes, of course, we are ready." I was wondering what would break first, right? The full on entourage of it. And the next thing you know, it just became that persona. And I had been interviewed by ESPN for We the Fans I almost made it
Really?
to the Dallas Cowboys because I had season tickets to the Spurs and the Dallas Cowboys. And so I almost made it to the final round because of how big of a fan I am. And you'll see it on my Instagram for Spurs Bane because I just went to the Spurs game last night. And I put the mask back on. It's been some time, and people are like, "Oh my God, he's coming back to the games." And from there, it just became a permanent part of me. My buddy bought me like a Bane comic book, and then as collecting started to really become, I liked what you said earlier, like that kind of like that spark, right?
That nostalgia respark.
There you go, the nostalgia respark. Because years ago, when I was a kid, I had collected a few comic books, some
Yeah.
sports cards, but I actually have them from like way back when. And this, I'll just show the book because it's not too many, but it was more so like Ghost Rider, right?
I'm gonna make
And
you
then of
bigger.
course, yeah, and then you'll see that's actually my daughter's drawings that she gave me. But
Oh, that's
these
cool.
these are
Love
from
that.
when I was a kid, so years ago. And I mean, now that I'm 46, this must have been 30 plus
Oh
years.
my
Punisher,
goodness.
Deathlock. I even have the cards for that you can collect for the
Yeah.
comic for Marvel.
Oh,
And so I kind of had that reignite, and I ended up getting like a reconnection with like the Ghost Rider because I didn't get it as a kid,
Oh my.
but I was always missing this one. I could never find it
Yeah.
when I was growing up. I was like, I can't find it. So I ended up having to order it. And I had seen this when I was a kid, the glow in the dark one. I just thought it
yeah.
Yeah.
was cool. And so I ended
Yeah.
up just kind of closing that loop on my
Man, that's so cool.
Love it. Don't you
my
have that too,
collectible
Nono?
parts.
So no, and I'm like you, right? Like so, like the Gambit series, right? Where with all the
Uh-huh.
different colors and stuff like that. I recently found because I didn't have any of them other than like maybe one that was all trashed, and I recently found the 4 covers that I've always wanted sitting in a box in a collectible shop in like some kind of flea market, and it was just the
Uh-huh.
coolest thing ever. And a couple ticks here and there, but like just to see the book, because then that nostalgia respark goes in your head and you're like, I remember that in the spin rack at 7-Eleven, man. And I remember, you know what I mean? I used to go to this 7-Eleven. There was a spin rack, had all these comics, and there was a one of those stacked arcade games where you could play like Street Fighter,
Yeah.
Professor's Quest. So I used to get a Jolly Rancher. You know how big the big Jolly Ranchers with the log. I used to get that, suck on that, play video games, and I used to go buy comics. And that's where I bought my very first issue of Spider-Man 2099. I still have it too, with all the
Nice.
marks that came from
Mhm.
when I picked up that book when I was young. And it's just just to remember that and to hold that and keep that book. And I still have that book. It didn't go to mom's trash can, right? Because that was my mom was the eradicator in the house.
Eradicator.
It really feels good. And then I'll tell you later about the collectible that I did lose that I had for years that my mom threw away. But Slops, you can kind of relate to this, right?
And it's also from Texas.
Well, I didn't start really getting into collecting. I started when I was a kid. I started with coin collecting, foreign currency, old U.S. coins. My brother was into baseball collecting, so I kind of dabbled in baseball. But I didn't get into comics until I was until 2021, and I grabbed Static #1, signed by Dennis Cohen. Sorry. And that was my spiral moment, I guess you could say. I spiraled.
Well, so just to kind of riff off of what he's saying, I got into the comic. So let me rewind if you haven't heard my story before, Carlos. I used to actually cut out the Sunday paper, Garfield, Doonesbury, Hagsworth, and all that, and I used to paste it in a composition book, and the composition book was called Sunday Comics, and that was my first foray into comics. Is I used to just archive all these comics in a composition book. I was a big Garfield fan, so I had a lot of Garfield in there, Peanuts, and that's really how I got into comics. But when I really started getting mainstream collecting, putting in bags and boards, was in the 90s when Image first came around. And I remember when Youngblood dropped, I was so mad because I didn't get the first print. And I ended up getting the second print. You know, that second print with the stupid gold borders that fade after a while? I was so upset. And I've never been able to get that book until, and I'm going to be honest, because I probably could have bought this book anytime I wanted to, but I'm a creature of convenience, right? And I want to make sure I can pick it up wherever I'm like hanging out. And I finally was able to pick it up, the first print. And so, but this, for a lot of people, this book may not be a lot to them. For me, this is what really got me into comic collecting. Image, a big Savage Dragon fan. I'm a big Eric Larson fan. I love what he did with the story. I love that he penned the whole thing. If you ever watched or read Savage Dragon, like the stories are just out there. I know Comic Guy knows what I'm talking about. He's down in the chat. He owns an LCS, but just like that, look, you're getting me started and passionate.
I know you get in the zone, right? You just like totally you time travel. You go with it. You know?
yes. And I collected the cards too. But to get back what you're saying about that spark, it just takes one little thing that you're talking about and gets me going. But back to you, man.
Yeah, no, and I think the part that as what was so cool even with VeVe is that really created a lot of spark. I'll take a step back on kind of connecting before getting to VeVe. It really began with Gary V, right? VeeFriends. And so that's how I stumbled across just because I watch a lot of motivational things, and I'll give more context about that in a second. But as I came across Gary V, learned about the VeeFriends space, learned about like what he was doing. Didn't get the first edition of the first series, but then ended up learning about book games, learning about how you buy the books and you end up getting the book games NFTs. And as that was uncovered, it started to help me understand, in addition to crypto, because I was already researching crypto, XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum. I would read the white papers on each of the projects, right? I would just be real meticulous about it. And then I saw, with Gary V, VeeFriends, and then all of a sudden I was like, wait a minute, what's this Omi? What's this that I'm seeing? What turned out later to be Cavell Anderson, or I think Taps Trades, right? Like I think is, if I'm getting the name right, like I've started to see I saw the videos with Marvel in the background. I'm like, oh, hold up, like what's this? And went down that rabbit hole because I was already learning how to use all of the crypto exchanges that were real difficult to leverage or use to access. I was just determined. I'm like, I'm going to figure this stuff out. And then all of a sudden with VeVe, it was starting with Omi, which you've heard probably from I think it's 50-50. A lot of folks are like, I just was in it for the crypto. I was just in it for Omi. And then it happened to me all the same where I'm looking at VeVe. I'm like, all right, I mean, I get one of these collectibles. Cool. I didn't know about artists. I didn't know the difference between Todd McFarlane versus Jim Lee versus Becky Cloonan versus all Rizzo, like all these different names. I didn't know any of it, but I'm like, one thing about me is I'm like, I don't know now, but I will.
Yeah.
And so I just started to research and started to understand. Next thing you know, I'm like, well, I can't just have an incomplete set. I gotta get,
Complete
I gotta get them all together. I gotta get the
Yeah.
whole set now.
Yeah.
And then I'm researching and I'm going down that rabbit hole, and then it really just snowballed from there. Once I understood where things were going, and that part I'll be able to connect the dot of how it all shows in like some of the fidget or kind of like the digital approach of what we'll be able to see later on with some of the collectibles that we'll walk through, and we'll get downstairs a little bit later. Um, and but the thing is and I'll use this as a backdrop just because it'll help connect the way that I approach crypto collecting, and even with the way it can be like a long-term journey. So collecting as a whole, the most important part about it is, yes, it's got that nostalgic, like that spark, but also it helps to really just capture a certain memory or a certain point in time. And where I
Yeah.
think what helps anchor me in is collectibles are important, memories are important. They're just as critical, because a lot of times that nostalgia you find in a collectible is from a chapter in your life, from your journey, right? So I'll summarize it this way. Um, I dropped out of high school at officially I dropped out by 15, right? So I dropped out. You can tell these are the kind of tattoos you think they are, right? Like they're from the streets, right? So from that in mind, by the time I turned 18, I'll call these collectibles, but really what this is this, right? And I'll cover part of it. This is my GED. Okay, cool,
Oh.
right? It's my GED. I got that at 18 years old because I was like, well, I felt like I was playing from behind. Well, fast forward, as I mentioned, where I get determined about collecting things. Well, eventually I collected the bachelor's degree in information systems, and then
Wow.
I collected the master's with the concentration data analytics, and then
Jeez.
So you
I
and I
got a
speak the
cert.
same language then, eh?
Yes, sir, because I just got the certification from MIT last year for artificial
Ooh.
intelligence. So,
Nice.
so with all that in mind, is where people can have a perception of the way things can be looking at like oh, that's a joke, meaning crypto, NFTs, a scam. One thing I learned in my journey is what I just showed is everyone at the time was telling me, why are you going to go get a GED? That's not for us. That's not a pathway for you. That's not a pathway for any of us. Same thing I was told all through my journey for either any of those degrees that I had. And I work at a Fortune 100 company. I work in information governance, which is data analytics and information management. And now I've been there for 20 years. So now in that work, I've learned that we're connecting to a lot of that crypto world, a lot of the digital assets. It
Yeah.
gives me that level of conviction of where we're going.
Yes.
And it helps me to know the same way that folks would talk smack about when I went to get my GED, when I went to get all these other quote unquote like collection or collectibles in my career path, is the same kind of, I don't know if you want to call it toxicity or short term perspectives. I'm like, I've seen this my whole life. I've seen this same attitude my
Email,
whole life.
MP3s.
Yeah, and like I've seen this, and see the technology, and you see how folks can kind of make you doubt what you're seeing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we get that same. I'm like, I look at my digital collectibles, and I get just as much nostalgia as I get out of a physical collectible. And you see where all the technology is going, right? You see where all of these things are heading. It's like, well, wait a minute. Like, I know long term where it's going. Short term, everything's in any organization, in any work, it's upside down. You don't know,
Yeah.
but you
Yeah.
got to stay. Same thing with education. Same things with all of our lives. You got to stay the course. You got to stay the path. And trust your instincts, because your instincts are what got you to where you are today. So
Yeah.
just continue to do that, and make some collections along the way that represent your commitment, your characteristics, your interests, and being able to know as you look at your favorite characters, your favorite collectibles, it represents your mantra, right? It represents who you are. And
Yeah.
that's the awesome part about the memory and the journey. And you know that regardless of what anybody says, trust your instincts. You're gonna be all
Oh,
right.
there's a lot to unpack here because I
Yeah.
resonate a lot with what you said. First of all, I've been in communications for what 20 years. Been a
Hmm.
while. I've been a
20
cable
plus
rat
years.
since I was like 18.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm a desk jockey, but needless to say, what's interesting about what I do because I've worked in hospitality, I've done
Yeah.
contract for military, I've done banking and all this stuff. Um, and even new installation stuff like that. What's interesting is the way that AI is being incorporated into
Hmm.
specifically the communication industry. And like for a lot of people that are watching right now, if you're watching now on the replay, if you are getting into AI and you're pretty what we call in Hawaii akamai, very savvy, like you
Hmm.
were saying, Carlos, you just really got to read and educate yourself. And if you can't understand the reading part, either read it slow or maybe like have like something to help you understand what you're reading. But once you
Yeah.
get that knowledge, once that knowledge is in there, you're pretty much you're very valuable. Here's why I say that. A
Yes.
lot of the IT people I work with, they don't use AI. It's a shocker, right? And
Yeah.
it's a shocker because a lot of them, for them, this is like really new territory. Like I was just talking with an IT manager the other day, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I just started using Copilot," and I'm like, "That's like the worst one out of all of them." And I'm like, "How do you not know that though, right? Because you're
Yeah.
you're literally this IT manager for one of the biggest, and I won't say where because they'll dox, one of the
Sure.
biggest franchises in Hawaii, luxury franchise, and you don't know AI. You didn't know what
Yeah.
Claude was, never even heard of Grok. I'm like,
Hmm.
you ever heard of X? You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. And so that's one instance. At another, there's people actually hiring people like me to consult them to do
Yep.
AI. You know, there's a company that wanted like a timesheet app. And I'm like, oh, let me just vibe code something for you. What does that
Hmm.
mean? What do you mean? What does that mean? And then so I vibe coded just a simple timesheet app where you clock in, clock out. It connects right to QuickBooks, and I sold it to them. I sold them more
Uh-huh.
like $150, right? But like just that in a sense, right? Like not a lot of people know this. My daughter, she's like 12. She knows this, right?
Yeah.
So like just educating yourself on the tech now, because I treat AI as a tool, not necessarily as a toy. Like
Hmm.
learning these skills is really going to help you, and you don't have to be some engineer. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. You
Right.
just got to eyeballs and read. And that's all it really took me to figure out how to do all these things. And now I'm consulting people, or I'm really learning that a lot of smart people that I've worked with my whole life that are in information systems and technologies, they're not using AI right now. So it's very interesting
Yeah.
in the synergies that you're saying right now in terms of
Yes.
where the tech is going, because I see it now. AI is dictating what people do. They're bringing in reservations to people. They're using blockchain technology to make sure that it's verifiable for these reservations, so they know that everything is good from A to B. So a lot of what we're doing here, and I'm just like you, I'm being very bullish on the tech because I see it
Yeah.
happening in my day-to-day work.
Yeah.
And you nailed it because it's really mind-boggling to me because obviously that's the kind of environment that I'm working in also. And you'd think I thought, okay, well, they get it. They're kind of in the same space as me. I could bring it up, and they're like, no, whatever. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they're
Mhm.
like,
They're not up to
stupid. I'm
date,
smarter than that
surprisingly.
stupid bot. I'm like, do you know how to even ask the bot a question? You sure? It's like, but yeah, I get it. You know what I mean? And some of it too is like they know that the bot might be there to replace them. I can give instance
Exactly. Mhm.
about certain things like say point of sales, right? Or servers getting replaced by these little tiny, roadsters with tables on them, right? So
Yeah. Even cashiers, like, um, sorry to cut you off.
no.
Try just to like side thing. Yeah, I was listening to the radio, and the radio station I was listening to, has like a question you answer, and you get like tickets to whatever, right? So the question was like, what is like the number one job that's getting replaced, I think, by like AI, right? Or something like that. And it was a cashier, because now you have like the self checkouts, right?
Hmm.
That it's not just for a credit card, it's also it hands out cash and stuff. So I was like, okay, yes, a lot of jobs are going to be replaced. And I feel like a lot of the people who may be in IT or that kind of job in their
The
real
sector.
life, yeah, are like threatened by it, and so they don't choose to learn more about it
She's
to
right.
help
Yeah.
themselves. They're just like threatened, like, oh, I can't learn this because they're gonna end up taking my job, so why should I? But like you can learn and use that to, you know, maybe keep your job because you're using this AI technology.
You know,
Yep.
so funny
Spot
what she's
on.
saying. There's a specific state that is moving down here because they're losing jobs. I won't name what state it is, but you
Sure.
know, I know a lot of people use Windows, right? So a lot of people in that state are actually moving here trying to find jobs in the hospitality area because we are actually lacking IT tech down here. And to be very honest, I can understand why the pay's probably not as good as you could do in, like, say, you know, the mainland.
Sure.
Yeah.
And moving down to Hawaii isn't the cheapest thing as well. So,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of people moving down here trying to hire. A lot of them are even trying to like fake their resumes because, like I said again, I work for a communications company and we're
Yeah.
looking for basically a cable puller, and they're like faking everything to make it just to pull cable for us, right? It's like, yo, you're way overqualified. I just really need you to climb in the ceiling, okay? But
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Anyway.
totally. And I know we'll start looking at the collectibles, but for last funny thing, and I just saw it today, so I don't know, I can't validate it just yet, but I think it's on Polymarket. But they're seeing now where it's where AI is now hiring humans to do activities that AI can't do. So you as a human can sign up for whatever that agentic AI agent is doing are needing because it has the physical capability. So now you can get paid by the agent to do what the AI can't do itself yet. So it's all revolutionary, and it's interesting because we can do this and we can talk to like our peers, if you want to call it like that, but we could talk to a kid and they're like, yeah, I get it. Yeah, totally. You see it on Roblox,
Yeah.
you see it on Fortnite, you see it on everything that's all around us. It's literally happening right in front of us in so many ways, and yet it's the resistance to change. It's
Yeah.
the choice to not push where the mind has to be open-minded in order to grow and adapt. And it's either you adapt or not so dramatic as die, but you get left behind, unfortunately.
Yeah.
100%. And I've been like ringing it to my partners in the communication field because there are certain things that I'm tied to, and they know I'm the AI guy. Because I mean, why wouldn't you want to like streamline your process, right?
Mhm.
And so like just even finding information, right? Like whenever we're doing proposals, like they'll literally do the encyclopedia type of research, right? I'm like, guys, really, you can just use a bunch of agents to simplify it, find the right information, and then you get it summed down for you, right? But they don't understand that type of language. But to kind of like nip this in the bud about like agents
Yeah.
now kind of taking over. A major public utility down here is using agents to dispatch their technicians. And
Uh-huh.
if these technicians don't get to a certain service area at a certain time, they get written up. And
Oh
the issue
yeah.
that they're having with this agent is the agent doesn't understand in Hawaii distance, because a lot of our roads are one way, you know, or just 2-lane roads. It's not like we have highways or freeways here.
Yeah.
Another thing too is a lot of places are landmarked and not necessarily on a street. And so the agent will it'll try to figure out the duration of how long the tech needs to take to get there and how long it takes for the tech to finish everything. In a perfect world,
Yeah.
Hawaii's not a
Mhm.
perfect world. You got to deal with salt, you got to deal with rust, you got to deal with all this stuff that the agent is not aware of yet, right? So it's learning. And so a lot of times these technicians are getting written up for things that is out of their control because they couldn't get to point B in time because of traffic, or because it really is down a dirt road where you need 4-wheel drive and they've dispatched
Mhm.
the wrong person. And that's what's been happening. And I know this because that's my customer, right? And
Sure.
so
Yeah.
over time, I can see that agent will just learn and get better, but it's getting put out right now. You got major
Yeah.
public utilities using them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Agree.
crazy.
And then
Yeah,
to
it
your
is great.
point, it's the folks that who don't adopt AI that will get left behind, but folks are still going to be necessary. There'll always be a need for that human intervention because it's yes, we can always think about Terminator 2, Judgment Day, and you
Yeah.
know, John Connor and Arnold coming out here looking for us. You know, like we know that that's still like a
You get
thing,
along with
but
Oz very
until
well.
yeah, come on, Ryan. You know, like we know that that's still a possibility, but
Yeah.
until it becomes official, we assume that we still got a positive, you know, optimistic future
Why can't
ahead.
it be like Jarvis? Why can't it be like Jarvis, right? You know,
Yeah,
or the Star Trek computer, right? Instead of we have to summit, it's Terminator already, right? So
right, right. It's just the automatic, like, you know, but I think it's human nature to either do you look like overly optimistic or do you look at the doom and gloom, and especially with the way society's been over these past, I'd say at least since COVID, right?
Mhm.
It's been so amplified to feed into the toxicity, which is
yeah,
why the collectibles, I think, that's where it sparked in 2020 for me, like in that window, because we were all, you know, pretty much in house, and it really gave me the time to, you know, adapt and learn and understand where the technology was going, and seeing like, oh dude, like I can show, you know, other folks what I'm into, you know, digitally, and AR, VR, so many things that are going to be where I think we all can kind of feel is going to be the future. In many ways, it's already here, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and I can get into a lot of examples on AR for what I want to do for business as well as surveys. But let's kind of channel back to collecting
Sure.
real quick. And so my question is going to be kind of big, so I'm going to kind of explain a little bit
Sure.
better. When you started collecting, and then you
Hmm.
probably stopped at a time, right? Like, let me give you an example. I started collecting in the 90s. I told you guys image. I was big on collecting. I've got, I think, Savage Dragon all the way up to number 45.
Uh-huh.
One of my favorite is when God punches the devil. I think that's in Savage Dragon number 30. It just looks so cool as an art piece.
Uh,
Mhm.
So there's that one right there. I've got Spawn 1 through 23, I think, and then I stopped. But I collected all of them: Shadowhawk, Cyber Force, all that stuff. I've got about 25 short boxes behind me. I've got 20 somewhat odd more long boxes inside of the garage as well. Those are the old stuff. But I really collected from the 90s until I got into high school. Like, it was around 96, 97 when I started having my own wheels, and collecting wasn't cool to girls, right?
yeah.
I
Mm.
was more, yeah. And so then I stopped. And, you know, when I worked for the communication company, I started collecting telephones. Remember, D? Because they used to send me these novelty phones. I get like a Tasmanian Devil phone. I got like a Enterprise phone, a Bugs
Yeah.
Bunny phone. And for a while, I had like 20 phones, and then they got excessive and we sold them. But I got back into collecting a little bit for that. And at the time, I didn't even think of it as collecting. I just thought it was cool to own these phones.
Yeah.
I got rid of that, and then it wasn't until we found VeVe then I really got back into collecting. And VeVe was an investment thing for me. I
Yeah.
never got into Omi. I wasn't a fan of Omi. I really was a fan of the collectibles, and like you, I was doing research on alternative investments.
Yes.
You know, we all read about the rock that sold for way too much.
Yep.
One of my first NFTs was the AMC Golden Popcorn Bucket on wax that you got from AMC Connect for free.
Oh
And
yeah.
I
Yeah.
just, that was it. That thing was so cool. I was just like playing around with my with the mouse. I'm like, wow, this thing is so cool. And my chiropractor, he was the one who kind of got me into NFTs. And I went through that whole education process on trying to learn gas fees and MetaMask and all that. And I was just really having a hard time. And that's when I looked around and I found VeVe. And there was
Yeah.
articles about Marvel and dropping comic book. It was the comic books that really zeroed in on that for me. I'm like, oh, this is cool, right? And
Mhm.
then, you know, long story short, I get into VeVe. It went from value prop to collecting to basically now we're on YouTube doing things we've never done before because of the
Yeah.
collecting space. My wife got into collecting because she's always wanted to, and she can kind of tell you that story. My daughter got into reading comics for at least 6 months. We read comics every week. We talk about it. Big DC fan. So I was reading Action Comics 1050 until whenever we stopped on 1050 something or 1060 something. I forget. But we used to do all that. Got my daughter into writing stories. She's now writing anime and watching anime. She wouldn't have done any of
Nice.
these things if it wasn't for collecting, right? And here's the funny thing: on her birthday, she wanted anime, and I found a website that had all the anime. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. It was like a Crunchyroll for reading,
Uh-huh.
right? And she's like, no, Dad, I need the physical book. What do you mean you need the physical book? So like well, you have all those
Manga.
comic books, and I couldn't say anything else. And I'm like, okay, so we bought her
She got
we
you.
bought her a shelf. We bought her a shelf, and now she's got
Yeah.
Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia, One Piece, and now it's just it's an excessive thing that is reached throughout the house. There's collectibles everywhere here, my friend. Like I've got a freaking DeLorean
Collectibles
right
and
here.
books
It's
everywhere.
really bad in this house now, right here. I don't know if you remember Star Tours. Here it is, right there too. But yeah,
Yeah.
so that's kind of how we got back into the space. But what about you?
Yeah, in similar fashion, it's where it became from, like, as I was looking at crypto, and I was looking a little bit at NFTs, but I was at the same time I was looking at the white papers for Polkadot. I mean, really just like printing them out, reading all the different frameworks, looking at line by line, understanding the ecosystems, all of that uber boring, complex, paperwork, because I'm like, this is what it's going to take to learn this space. And then all of a sudden it was like, well, seeing NFTs, learning about what their utility was, how they function with smart contracts, the authoritative data source because they're on the blockchain, all that type of capability. And then it was just like, well, hey, that's Batman, like that's, and the thing was, because I was Bane, I'm like, like Bane was Batman was like my arch enemy. So when I saw Batman, I'm like, well, where's the Bane one, man? I need my Bane, dude. So I'm waiting for Bane, and I ended up picking up Bane off of McFarlane, right? So
Mhm.
I got a bunch of them from there. But as I was just like, I was like, they gotta have Bane. I was like, because I'm gonna lose it if once that it comes out. I was like, I'm gonna get it, and then it just started to be like, okay, well, if I'm gonna have that, I should have some of the physicals.
Right.
So I'm gonna start I'm gonna start barreling through some of the ones that I have, like, that are the physicals I have sitting with me up here, just a few
Yes.
of them, and then we'll go through some of the on-screen collectibles, and then we'll speed up and get down to downstairs. So
Ooh.
with the Disney, the golden moments, right?
Hmm.
I'm like, okay, cool. It was the one that I'm gonna bring up is with the Simpsons, because you saw Homer and Bart, and you saw the skateboard.
Yeah.
I was already thinking about, like, well, is there a physical version of that? And there is, right?
No
So
way.
Oh,
Hold
cool.
on, hold on.
You
Wait,
got
hold
a
on, make it bigger.
match,
Yeah.
digital and
Oh, there
physical.
is. That's so cool.
yeah, I'm like, I had no idea, and it took me forever to find it. So, but I got it, right? And then with McFarlane, with of course the Todd, because I remember the adrenaline rush of, like, I can't believe I'm going to spend. I think at the time it was like $100 or $150 on this digital collectibles. Like, I can't believe I'm doing this. Well, I did, right? And then I'm like, well, if I'm going to do that, then
Going
I
down that
sh-
rabbit hole.
yeah. And then, like I say, I'll show more downstairs. But I was like, then I should probably get the comic.
Oh, you got that?
Oh.
I want that.
Yeah. And so I was like, let me get the
Oh,
comic book, right? So
Uh-huh.
so I'm like, okay,
I have that in raw
well,
form. That's it.
That's
there you
also
go.
on FANABLE.
That's it.
And I'm like, well, if I'm going to get that,
Nice.
I mean,
Oh,
there's
come on.
Oh,
there's a
what?
Spawn version.
Look at him
So,
flexing.
like, I'm like, I should get
That's
that. But
beautiful.
if I'm going to get that, then
Oh, yes.
whatever this one was, I'm like,
Look, you got the man only in LCS saying double jelly.
and if I'm going to get that, then I'm going to have to get this, like,
Oh,
I have that one.
oh, yeah, that's fine.
and I'm killing myself right now, but and I'm going to find it. And I posted it. It's on my Twitter, or X, whatever we want to call it. But for McFarlane, they had a pre-sale for the pins. There you go. Got a Superman. But they had a pre-sale for the pins for McFarlane. It was the first one that they released with their new partnership on the pin group that they're working with. I ordered 3 of them back in December. I just got them. I just posted on my X, but I just got 3 of them, and 2 of them were basically the pins that look like that, and there was another one in there that's called a chaser, and it has like the gold lining on it. And so I try to find on their site how many are in circulation, how many are out there. I don't know.
This is
But
McFarlane.
yeah, so like I looked on there, but it's a McFarlane pin. But I'll see if I can't find it a little bit. But
That's cool.
I got that also, and I totally forgot about it because I ordered it in December, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you just got something in the mail. I was like, what's this? And then
Comic guy. Do
unlocked
you know
up.
about that comic guy? because he's a McFarlane mod in here, right? Well, let me know down below, Comic Guy. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm
and
bad
then
at cutting people off.
oh, whatever, dude. Like honestly, like you're saying, like we're in the living room, like we're literally like just like hanging out and nothing about the formalities because whatever. Like that's just
Yeah,
not the
yeah. By
way.
the way, like if you guys want to like relax, I know you're wearing a suit, Slops, but please put your feet up. Open up a beverage if you
I
want.
got you.
Let your hair down, you know.
Yeah, let your hair down.
It's such a spiffy conversation. I can't help.
There you go. Right.
And I gotta
So
say, I know that you dressed up as Bane. I want to say real quick, we have a counterpart to you. You know who I'm talking about, right? DJ. He's got curly hairs versus a bald hair, but he's got the same build as Carlos, and it's just he's browner, right? And he also dressed up as Bane a few times because the wife is a big fan of Poison Ivy, and so she wanted to be Poison Ivy and have Bane. And I've got pictures of him as Bane, and he did different versions of Bane as well. He did the I think a classic version. I don't know what that one looks like, and then he's got the one from the Dark Knight Rises, but he is also a counterpart that constantly dresses up as Bane as well.
that's awesome. And especially for us bald guys, like there's only so many options we got.
He might be watching too, so shout out to him.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put this bald head to use because either I'm gonna be Pitbull, The Rock, Vin Diesel, or Bane,
Stone Cold,
or a cool Captain Picard,
Cold Steve Austin.
Steve Austin.
And I do have some wrestling collectibles we're gonna look at a little bit later too.
He's gonna get excited.
Yeah,
and even if Big Bro is watching, he's a big wrestling fan too.
Well, so are you. I know you're a big wrestling fan.
You're gonna love it because there's some things that I have, and if you look in the background, you'll see. And it was around WrestleMania 40. John Cena started to follow me. Right? I'm like, whatever. It's a parody account. It's a fake account.
It's
him. I was like, holy crap, it's him. But I had posted at the time because, as you can tell, People's Champ. One of my because I have a few different Instagrams. Right? One of mine was like Project Little Rock, meaning like Project Rock, but I'm not as big as a rock, so I'm Little Rock. But I was posting about The Rock or posting about like WrestleMania because it was WrestleMania 40, and I took the family out to that WrestleMania. And that'll be a connection to the story a little bit later. But as I was posting some things then, is when I got the notification that John Cena's following you. I'm like, again, thinking, whatever, like you see fake accounts all the time. I look and he's got like 14 million followers and he follows like 1 million people, so it's not super rare.
Yeah.
But I was still like, cool. Well, we met him in Dallas last year before he announced the farewell tour, and it was at it wasn't at a WWE event, so it wasn't sold out. My wife's a huge John Cena fan, so we met him, and I'm wearing actually this tank top. You'll see I wear pretty often. And so I went up to him and was like, hey, it's like, we follow each other, man. And like being like joking about it, but at the same time, like still being true. And he's like, oh yeah, we do, huh? And I'm thinking, okay, he was cool about it. Like he's just agreeing. The odds of him actually being like knowing he
retweet my post.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, retweet. But it was cool to be able to do that because since my wife's such a big Cena fan, I was like, well, I mean, he does follow me, and I need to be there for my followers, so we can meet him. I was like, it'll be a big moment for him. We can do that for him. He's a fan.
Oh man, I love John Cena. And he did start following me too. And what's interesting about John Cena is you're right. If you tag him or if you start like putting him in certain posts, he'll probably see it because. And I say that as we were reviewing Peacemaker season 2 last year on one of our shows. And I noticed after I think it was the third time I told D, look, either this is fake or John Cena's following me, right? Then I found out like John Cena follows like a bunch of people, right? But it was just really cool that, coincidentally he started following me when we started reviewing Peacemaker. And I'm like, is he watching our show?
Right. And it's like, statistically speaking, it's kind of like people can minimize it being like, well, he follows a lot of people, but it's like, well, get him to follow you then. And you can't. Like he has to choose to follow, and however he goes about it is still a decision on his own. So there's still like a just a coolness to it. And then on top of that, like I was like, well, let me flip it. be like, well, he's a fan, so let's meet him. You know, have fun with it. That's it. You
I'm
know,
gonna
don't take
do
it too
that. If I
serious.
see him in public in Hawaii and be like, yo, hey, we follow each other. What's up?
Hey, you know, follow each other, right? So,
I was
then,
gonna follow you, but I decided to keep you on.
yeah, you know what? Yeah, I think you're okay. After you turn back to being a face, you were heel for a year, but you're cool now.
Yeah. You might ruin my numbers. You know, my vanity
Yeah, you might
numbers.
ruin
I
my
don't know if I gotta
numbers.
keep you as a friend.
Yeah. But all right, so that's some of the physicals, and I'm gonna find the pins that I got because that's
That's
super.
cool.
It's super recent. But I'm like,
Are
I
they still selling
just
that stuff? And how did I miss that?
no, they it was a small window
Okay.
in December, and it was because with McFarlane they haven't been doing a lot of promoting or pushing of a lot of the different things, especially at that time.
Yeah.
But you see, I'll walk you through one of my um, basically kind of like the VeVe-verse. Like I'll walk through one of my my vaults that I have. Hopefully, it won't lag too much. But I've got like quite a bit of collection of the McFarlane ones, and I've got like a ton
Ooh.
of Scarface, out of the Tony Montana. I got like a ton of them. I got a ton of
David,
them because they
that's
kept
his
flooring them.
likeness.
Yeah, I'm like they kept flooring them. It's from Universal Studios. It's licensed, and there was only 400 of them, I think, or so altogether. And I got maybe like 10 of them. And so I was like, just keep panicking, keep dropping them, whatever. Like I'll take them. And I have them. I have them stacked with like I think I have 12 Batmobiles, like 12 or
Oh,
14 of them.
nice.
And even
Whoa.
like yeah, I'm like same thing. I'm like keep dropping them, keep bashing crypto, keep bashing NFTs, keep bashing all this stuff. Please keep doing it, right? Because I just kept stacking them. But what I'll start off with first is well, the basics. And I know we as we were in Vegas, right? Like that's the VeVe coin, and I got David to autograph the
Oh,
actual
nice.
the actual coin itself. And then this one, I considered a collectible just because I don't know if you can even get them anymore. But that's
Oh wow, the
the original
secure
wallet.
wallet.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
And I actually use it.
I was gonna
Right.
ask, did you use it?
Yep. I still use it because I test it, right? I'm like, well, it still does updates. It's still I have some crypto on there.
Yeah.
It's super simple. Like the most basic of technologies you can see, like literally just says like hello and Bitcoin. Of course, I don't have any Bitcoin. You can see there you go. So it's still called, and here it's still called Ripple. It called it Ripple instead of XRP, so you can see some of my XRP on there,
Well, that's
Wow.
old.
right? Yeah.
That's a
And
collectible in
so
itself.
right, and so I still have all the original packaging. Everything's still right here. I still use it for storing some of my crypto on it.
Nice.
But that's with that part.
That's synonymous with the VeVe Lite. You can't get something like that, like the VeVe Lite, if you remember the Lite.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try and see if I can do the share or present from my desktop.
Yeah,
Okay.
Let me
And
see
then
if I
real
can-
quick, because I wanted to kind of talk about the McFarlane stuff. I was with you, like they were
Yeah.
like flooring like Andy Stitzers and David Woodersons. You know what I mean? Like all right. Like those are like the likeness of Matthew
The actual
McConaughey,
person,
right? The
yeah.
actual likeness. And you could buy those things for like $10 on the floor. And
Yeah.
can you imagine if like that was like on another platform? Like that's basically FA Matthew McConaughey if you think about it.
Yeah, and I got one of them. To your point, because I literally was like, to your thought, I'm like, because McFarlane had more of a barrier, having to use Polygon, having to go through setting up your wallet, and it's a technology barrier. It's not convenient. It's not streamlined. It's not on a digital mobile app like VeVe is.
Correct.
But it's still got the same licenses, the same benefit. You got Todd McFarlane just continuing to expand his work. So can you see any of my screens?
Yeah. I can put it up here right now.
And I just want to say, Slops, feel free to jump in whenever.
Slops.
I'm
want to
enjoying the conversation. I'm learning here.
Okay, I was like, I don't want you to
I'm
just
not
be over
huge into
there.
VeVe or McFarlane. I just don't have the time or the expenses for it. So I kind of let y'all take the course in that.
All right, I'm sending you a McFarlane NFT.
Yeah, we'll send you McFarlane.
You're getting an NFT.
And that's the cool part because you can do that with McFarlane, right? Because it's in your MetaMask, it's in your your own wallet. So I'll just quickly go through some of the things I've been recently buying,
Yeah.
or recently got, and I'll
You see
this
Predator.
this one about Predator. The reason I got that one, I'm gonna put a post about it. I had went with my buddy to a restaurant down here in Texas, and it's totally 1980s, 1990s nostalgia. I mean, DeLoreans, Superman, Star
Yes.
Wars, everything is like literally. And they just showed me the bar where it's a bar with the Predator theme. It has Dutch in the up top. It has the helicopter. It
Oh,
has the
cool.
jungle. And so I got that Predator, and I'll post it later tonight. I got that Predator, and I put it on the bar. And
Oh,
so
that's
you'll see
cool.
Dutch
Oh.
in the background. You'll see all of that. I'll be meeting with the owner again, but he was totally like, this is a what? Whatever, man. Like he's like, but look, he's like, I'm not about it, but we could talk about it more. And I was like, it's such a cool place. It had again ET, the bikes, everything from like Warriors, the movie, and just
This was a
so many
restaurant?
cool things. Yeah, it's a restaurant, and it also expanded to a bar. Once I put the post and you see like the venue, um, it's so you want to talk about like that nostalgia, uh what you call it, respark, right? Like
Yeah.
Hmm.
yeah, that place, while we were there, they're playing nothing but 80s, 90s, like
Oh, wow.
movie theme songs, and they had Tron, the original arcade game there, Pac-Man, um and I mean like just unreal. And he's building it out even more. But I'm going to show you just real quick on
Amazing.
some of the recent things like the Akomi. I bought the logo during that same time during the end of the last year,
Hmm.
because when I saw it drop and I saw it on Stacker, because I have the Omi, I have right around I now I have it back to around 10 million, right? I have 10 million Omi just because that gives you the most points. So I want to make sure to get the most points, have the 10 million Omi, but then I burned through a lot because I got all of the golden moments. I got Walt, right? I cleared out whatever other Disney moments I needed. And I'm like, okay, I was like, I gotta get that Comey logo. So I had picked that up, and it had dropped to, I want to say, around like 700 or so, six or 700. Like I saw it, 6, 7, sorry, my kids. But um, so
Six
I was
Sam.
like, there you go, exactly. And so now I can't unhear that. It's like a default. I have to do it. So as I
We
saw
got
it,
him too.
I was like, I gotta snag it. But then I go crazy because I'm like, well, I gotta snag it, but then I have to get my 10 million back because I'm sure they're gonna give something else. The eternal like mental uh obsession of like, well, which lily pad or which spice you got to make sure you're covering the base on.
Hmm.
um, but I just kind of was able to get like the Wolverine I had always wanted, but I'm getting these while the floors are just continuously dropping. I
Yeah.
mean, this one here, like No Time to Die, I've had that my eye on that, the interactive version for forever. I'm like, oh man, like, and it had dropped to like 300 something, 350, 360. And so I snagged that one, and I tried it in the VeVe verse, but it didn't. The guns don't shoot, right? Like they'll
Oh,
they'll turn, but you don't get the bullets. I'm like, ah, it makes sense.
yeah.
It's the
Mhm.
only one with bullets and ammo. Like, I mean, I get it, but
It's a one for
maybe
one.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
like, I was like, it'll eventually get there. But you'll see what I was talking about going through. Like, I like to get mints, and I'll connect the story this way
Yeah.
is with the mints. I like to get where I got my VeVe logo. My VeVe logo, and you'll see that my name in X is 242. So my
Hmm.
number's 242, and I know now everyone's gonna go with 242s and just try to sell me those. It happens.
Hey, I got a 242. Do you want to
Yeah,
buy it? Yeah.
exactly, like sold.
Well, if
But
you ever see a 242 in my wallet, I'm a very reasonable person. I don't gouge
yeah,
nobody. You can ask Clever Jerk.
awesome. And because it was like, and I'll say it this way, I almost got all the VV logos except one and 242. Um,
Oh,
um,
nice.
yeah, just one of them. But I was like, let me get the wall. It has the 33s in it.
Hmm.
Cool. And then just going through, I'm a big Ninja Turtle fan. I grew up,
Oh,
that
yes.
one was straight nostalgia
Who's your
of
turtle?
Who's your turtle?
Leonardo.
Okay.
Growing up, it was,
Oh,
The
and
nice.
I
leader.
got the leader. I got the Common 27 on the drop. But then I think I found it also. it was like a two, because again, back to the 242s, I just try to find those, and I'm trying to make one vault with all my 242 mints. So this way I just got it kind of corded off that way. But I mean, it goes on and on. But the main ones is
We got the Doom Mighty, nice.
yeah. And so like I just, and of course with fiches, I've got fiches. I think I got at least 6 fiches or fiche with Brockman blockchain.
Yeah.
But the list goes on, and I just kind of snagging things as time goes on,
Yeah.
either completing the sets or the D23s. The way I've connected is growing up when I had season tickets, because I didn't have a lot of money growing up, and I always felt like everybody knew somebody, like, oh yeah, I know a guy, he can get you to a game.
Yeah.
Well, eventually I became that guy because I learned how to buy season tickets. I had up to 12 season tickets for the Spurs, and then I had 2 season tickets for the Cowboys. I would resell them. And so it helped me to go for free, and it helped me to get access to meeting the players, access to some pretty cool memorabilia, and that's part of what we'll see. And so I started to learn the same thing with NFTs. Which ones gives me access? Which one
Mm.
gives me like airdrops? Which one gives me a benefit of some sort that I can, kind of anticipate later on down the line? So a lot of times that's what you'll see as a theme with where I'm trying to go with it is, could this set do that? Could this particular NFT be the one that could help get me access to a different project or early access, which it did, because with Patrick Hughes, I love the type of art that he had with the reverse perspective,
Yeah.
and I got into that, and I just loved it in AR. Well, I followed what he did with VeVe to then get the first drop he ever did on ElmonX. But you had to have the Patrick Hughes VeVe one in order to get access to that drop. And then I got the ones for ElmonX, the first drop ever for Patrick Hughes. I was the first. I think my number was. I think it was actually 243. So it was one away from my VeVe logo. But I was a
Yeah.
200. Yeah, I was a 243rd person to be on ElmonX app, and because I had the early access because I had 2 Mona Lisas. And so also they follow me too, right? I'm just like, this is cool. Like Elmon X follows me, and you'll see some of the collection of what I have with them as well. But that uncovered the whole interest of art, of looking into, and I'll since I'm kind of going on about it, I'll bring it up over here. Here, with the drop
Oh.
that just took place, you can
Mm-hmm.
see like with the Adele Block Bauer,
Yeah.
what helped me do is I did the research and understood like what exactly is this. I'll look it up on YouTube. I'll look at it up on wherever I can find some insights historically, and understanding that it was the equivalent, I believe, of what Mona Lisa is, for Da Vinci. So I'm like, okay, so it's that level of value. It's a $135 million piece of art. Understanding the story of where it came down to how it was stolen by a museum and eventually ended up getting you know obtained back. So I sat there and hemmed and hawed about it, and I was like, you know what, I got the artist proof, right? So I got the artist proof for it, to go along with I got also the artist proof for the Sistine Chapel. You'll see it down here.
Nice.
Well, I got the portrait, so I get the Van Gogh. I got 2 Van Goghs, but you'll see. Where is it?
Oh, so you got 2 sets?
Yes.
Because the Van Gogh was the chaser, right?
Mhm.
Or the
Yep.
airdrop.
And so I got 2 sets of it because
Nice.
one thing I learned from David, you, right, was you really should get 3 of
Right.
whatever it is you're
Yeah.
looking at. And
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
when I got the Mona Lisa on the drop, I only got 2 because I didn't know. I'm like, am I doing this? I mean, it's tough decisions going through all this kind of thing, right?
I
And I'm
wish
like,
I
Yeah.
made one decision, man.
and
That's
I'm
the
like,
one
I'm like,
thing I
dude,
want is that Mona Lisa.
Mona
and I'm
Lisa,
like, you
yeah.
know what? I was like, I'll go with 2. And I went with 2. And I was like, but I told myself, but I won't sell. I won't
Mm-hmm.
sell anytime soon because the psychological games that are getting played on us right now are just insane. And so
Yeah.
I'm like, let me at least get the 2. And even though it went up to like 1.5 ETH, I think at the time, basically it was like $2,000 or $3,000 for it. I'm like, I can't,
He
I
held it.
can't, I can't panic. I can't do
Yeah.
this. I'm not doing this right now. My target's around like 2030 for a lot of this stuff. But you see right here, the creation of Atom.
Mhm.
That I have in the closet of the actual prints.
Oh
Um,
wow.
and I have
Ooh.
where's the paperwork?
Man.
Oh, I've got the paperwork to go where you have
Oh, the COA.
you got it, the certificate of authenticity. I have that here.
Nice.
And so it shows that it's the proof. I did a video and it's on my X page of me unboxing it and showing like the COA, showing the NFT next to the actual proof itself. So I did that with the creation of Atom, and sure enough, they did like an artist proof exclusive chat and on the ElmonX site.
Mhm.
So it just kind of pushed me further of that validation of, okay, these are the kind of benefits that you'll get from the proofs. And so that's why I went ahead and made the jump and got another one of the proofs yesterday. Or yeah, yesterday. So sure enough, somebody who had the Kiss, I think, artist proof, they were given as a benefit the just the NFT version of yesterday's drop. So they got that one for free just because they had the artist proof of the Kiss.
Yeah.
But you'll see like Creation of Adam, Last Judgment, Sistine Chapel, Last Supper.
Ooh, Last Supper is beautiful.
Yeah, The
Yeah.
Last Supper. I picked up 3 of those. The Mummy of Pharaoh, that is supposed to work with like this hologram, and I had that. I thought I had those out. You think you have everything out, and all of a sudden you're like, dang it. But
It's okay.
that one actually is supposed to turn into a hologram where it's a stand that I'm supposed to be able to put in the
Oh
AR, and
yeah.
it's supposed to be able to show. I haven't tested it yet.
Yeah.
But that's there. So those are the ones within the app. I left them there, and then
Yeah.
you'll see here. This is the one where it's connected to my MetaMask wallet. We'll go there next.
Okay.
So my MetaMask wallet, you'll see the 2 Van Goghs, right? I'm like, oh man. I was like, I'd rather have 78 of 78 versus 77. It's just like, ouch. Some of the
Yeah.
mints you
So
just
close.
you know how it is. You don't know how many
Yes.
times I get 243 on a drop, or I always see 243s listed. I'm like, where the 242?
615. Right.
Yeah.
I was
Come
like,
on.
you can't be more cruel than that,
Yeah. So you'll see I got the dice from Patrick Hughes. This you'll also see, I'll show you the digital version of how those are connected. Frida I had learned about with what I had seen the movie some years ago, but also saw I got the one on VeVe, and then as they were dropping Frida, I picked those up. The dice, the Banksy work that Patrick Hughes did, 3 of those, 3 of the street ones. The Monday, I got it
Hmm.
the
It's one of my
73 mint.
favorite ones. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was floored, and it was a 2-digit mint, and same thing. People panic, keep it coming.
Yeah.
um Gates of Hell, and I actually with the Gates of Hell, I showed that. I'll go here to connect it. This is my Project Little Rock page, but I when I was in Philly for WrestleMania, um you can see that I actually went and I matched them up.
So cool,
Oh,
man.
that's really
That's
cool.
so cool. That is dope.
And I was like, dude. And then I tried to do it with the Gates of Hell, and I could have sworn I did, but
Yeah.
then I ended up not getting it on my phone.
Mm.
But I
I
I had
keep
it there.
forgetting you have AR because we do a lot of
Yeah.
AR shorts on our channel,
Uh-huh.
and I need to start doing ElmonX.
Yeah, because you can see here, even with the dice, because I have the book. I have 2 copies of the Patrick Hughes book where he's autographed it. Um, and so I have that there with it. I don't know if it plays a sound, but then the dice, I'm like, they just look so cool. I love his art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can see here where I did that part. But I'll connect it with the Bane and McFarlane so we can switch over there. So this was me walking into one of the what is it, Alamodome
Cool.
So
here
cool, man.
here in San Antonio.
That's you?
Yeah, and I
Mm-hmm.
have the jacket. I've got the whole thing. Um,
Oh, that's so dope. Oh, man, that is dope.
And it's part of my
Wow.
Spurs when I did the Spurs gear years ago for the playoffs and everything. When I would promote there, that was from a Comic Con. And at the bottom, you see where it says "Break the Bat." That was
Mhm.
when McFarlane announced the Bane drop. I'm like, well,
Ah,
let me marry them all up, and bring them together. All the
sweet.
way back in 23.
And that
Um,
collectible still shines bright till to this day, especially
Yeah.
yeah.
inside the viewer app, man.
I know Comic
Um,
Guy is enjoying your presentation because
Yeah.
McFarlane.
oh, nice. And but yeah,
Awesome.
there's so many things with McFarlane. I'm like, and once I go in the metaverse, you'll see. But this one, I'll connect with just another part. This was actually when I went to Florida. I took the family to Disney. It
Hmm.
just so happened to be the exact same time where, because I had the Tom Brady season pass NFT when with autograph. The event that I'm walking into right here was a party with Tom Brady, Gronk, Leonard
Oh, wow.
Fournette,
What?
Matthew Berry, and we were just walking inside. They had rented out the entire place for us, and unlimited drinks, unlimited food. We got to see and watch Tom Brady throw, because you had to have like the super exclusive one to get like his autographs and all that. I didn't have that.
Oh,
Just
But
getting excited.
no, I
yeah,
think this
like
is also isn't this the same event that Larry Chillin and Vibin went to? Remember he had like a pose, he was standing like right next to Tom Brady, I think, and it was like an exclusive event where they also saw him like throw the ball or something
yeah,
like
that was
that.
it.
Yeah.
That was it. That was the
Yeah,
one.
so I don't know. Larry, Chillin and
Uh,
Vibin, he's in VeVe. He has his own podcast.
I bet you if I see him, I'm gonna
Probably if you
know,
see him, yeah. But yeah,
because I'm sure
you
if he was
guys
there,
went to the same event. What a small
yeah,
world.
yeah. And so, and I think actually, D, real quick, I think I saw like your brother, because I was watching the podcast yesterday, and
Hmm.
I saw he had Bound by Honor in the background, which is a movie. It talks about like Latinos and Blood In, Blood Out. Well, years when I had met, his name is Miklo Verka, like from the movie, right?
Mm.
Damien Chapa. So I noticed. I told him how to ask. I was like, "Well, let's pose like this, right? Let's pose this way." He's like, "Well, let's do it." And as we did that, I asked him to sign the screen, so you can see his signature right there. And he's like, "Well, what are we doing?"
That's
This was
cool.
all the way back
That's
in
cool.
2022. So he signed it there, and in the lower right corners when we met again, I think like the following year, because he lives somewhere around this area.
Wow.
But he ended up, signing doing the screenshot for me, because I felt like, you know what, as technology was evolving, I was like, he won't have any idea what he's doing, as far as like the signature. But
Yeah.
he's like, well, I guess I could do that. Um, but
Be
here
That's
as
my
well,
guinea
cool.
pig.
yeah. And he was like, cool. Well, this was me talking about Gary V and like all the different projects I was on. But I'm gonna try to see if I can't fast forward it to where I have all the different books, but my daughters were helping me with it. I'm basically saying like, just take a chance on crypto and blah 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 NFTs. Little did I know we're all gonna get wrecked. um,
Not
at
Long
the
term,
financial.
right?
time,
Long
Yeah,
term.
long term.
yeah. And so I love technology. So I have two drones, right? I have a drone that's
Nice.
like the mini DJI 2, and then I also have because of COVID, I also got the one like the first person view,
Yeah.
because
Mm.
my daughters were so young. This is what I was talking about with Gary V. He was talking about, and it's not the world of or, it's the world of and, meaning you can like V Friends and VV. You can
Mhm.
like V Friends and McFarlane. You can like whatever you want. It's an
Speak
and
it louder,
world.
my friend.
Yeah.
It's an
Please.
and world. You know what I mean? Versus it being a one or the other.
Yeah.
We're so divisive in ways that aren't even necessary. Me growing up in the gangs, I know all about being divided, and it
Hmm.
doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help
Yeah.
anyone. It doesn't bring
Yeah.
it doesn't help anything. Um, so anyways, as I was going through, that stage, I'm thinking to myself like, oh look, so look, I got the wine bottles, I got all those books, and I put the word and. Um, we'd have and I spelled the word and with the books, and then just use the drone, because at that time, we were using the technology, so I just made him get a part of it.
Super
Uh,
cool.
That is
uh,
cool.
but I think that's on that page is good. But okay, let me show you the. Oh, there's some
And
more
can I say
releases.
I really resonate with that message of and
Uh-huh.
as well as like, and I love that it's not either or. It's you can have that and so on, right? And that's the one thing that we really pride ourselves here is that and goes for miles, right? Because
Yeah.
we want to make sure that this place is welcoming for all, right? Not just a
Yes.
specific group.
Mhm.
Hope that made
Spot
sense.
on. And
Yeah.
totally. And it only benefits when
Right.
you back to the
Yes.
open-mindedness, because you iron sharpens iron, right? The only way you can learn to get better is by being challenged. What I mean by that is like McFarlane, when Tom McFarlane saw what VeVe was doing, he's like, wait a minute, I can do the same. That's my name. That's my collectible. And then he opened up McFarlane Digital. And then he's doing some things with the withdrawal of NFTs. And they're making each other better. They're making the ecosystem better. It only helps things when you work towards healthy competition,
100%.
and the ability to say it doesn't have to be or. There's no or. There's an and. It's an and world, right? So that was
Yeah.
Thanks.
the message behind that video. But there they are, 243,
Beautiful.
243.
What a way. Ah.
By the way,
He's saving the spare one for me, D.
Well, can you trade with the person who has a 242?
I could if but you know how there's plenty of times, and actually I'll use that to transition over here to like my OpenSea
Mm-hmm.
profile. Here is,
Hey, look at those classics.
Yeah.
yeah, and I just
Crystal
looked. I was like, look at
perfect.
those, man. Look at the rarity on them, top 10% and
Yeah.
so on, and so for dirt cheap. And I just picked those up. You see the Van Goghs, but offers and things like that. As far as I've experienced it, it hasn't been that great.
Okay.
I haven't really been able to get much of a dialogue one way or the other.
Yeah.
So I just tell myself for until the technology or the capability gets strengthened or makes it much easier, I'm gonna have to just kind of either stay the course, see if it randomly gets released or dropped, or see if it's listed. But other than that, it's going to take some time for it to evolve on VeVe, on really any platform. And you'll see some of the other ones that I mentioned where it's
Yeah.
going to make more sense. But you'll see, I mean, I've got a ton of them here. But this is art from Johnny Depp. That's his
No
daughter.
way.
Uh-huh. And check out some of the other ones
Wow.
from
Oh.
him. So this
Johnny Depp
is,
is on the blockchain?
yes, sir. So check this out. So that's the guy he emulated in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. So what you're
Oh.
seeing here, and I'll open it up where you can see the actual project. These are
Yeah.
paintings that Johnny Depp did. And
Hmm.
he actually made, and you can see like on this page when I get to it, and then you can follow the website, you can see where he actually painted these. And then he did a release, and you see like the different folks that made a difference. This is Tim Burton, right? And you
Okay.
can see
Yeah.
here, this is Heath Ledger, and
Wow.
Yeah.
Al
Wow.
Pacino, huh? Now
Mm-hmm.
here's the thing about it. On the different ones from here, when you look at the traits,
2099, D.
yep, and look at the signatures. He signs them. You see him here,
Oh yeah.
Wow.
and so he signs them, and
And they're
then
animated.
they're animated, and it's all like some are rare. For example, here you'll see that both Hunter Thompson and
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Depp signed this one.
Oh
And
wow. Double Siggy.
and I did the research on where they showed how they did the digital signature, so it can be validated, right? It proves out, and it's a project he
Super cool.
owns, and that they still do. This is Logan Paul. People can hate on him all they want, but the dude's an innovator. The dude is awesome in the ring. I got to give credit where credit's due. Can't hate. Can't hate. Like so I got one of his on his small project where he did the box break back in
Oh,
2021.
with the card. Yeah.
Yeah, with his own card. But back to this one over here. Saw. You ever seen that movie Saw?
Yeah.
You
That's the
seen Saw,
workshop?
right? Yep, that's the workshop. And here's the thing:
Oh, that's
is
cool. Like a video of it?
Oh
yeah, it's a video.
gosh.
And look at the mint number 244.
So close. So close. Oh dang. He films right there.
What a trip.
But this is from Autograph, which is
Okay.
the same platform that Tom Brady and all of his drops have been.
Okay.
And there's
Oh yeah.
only
Okay.
on here, there's only 935, and there are none listed. Right, I picked up the only one that was listed there.
See, and
Um,
these are pieces that people don't look at, right? Like a lot of like the people that are probably watching us right now, they really stick to the app type of ecosystem, the
mhm.
barrier entry you talk about, right? There's
Mhm.
so much opportunity in these type of marketplaces. I don't think, not financial advice, people don't realize it.
Yeah, and it's you're kind of going. You ever see Judge Dredd?
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
Do you
one?
remember when they get
Both.
sent out? Like they go outside and it's like it's all
The
like the
desert.
wild wild west, the desert.
Yeah. So the
Be-
Sylvester Stallone movie one you're talking about, right?
yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Where they send out anybody who gets banished, they go to like the
The
outskirts,
Wasteland.
the waste. There you go, the wasteland. That's what it feels like when you're on open sea. If you've never
Mm,
really,
Yeah,
if
it's wild.
like you gotta know how to navigate through it. You gotta be careful. You gotta be
that's
mindful. You
exactly
gotta
what
know
it
how
is.
to.
It's a wasteland.
Yeah, you got to know how to pick and choose. But what I'll tell you, what OpenSea's been doing, they've been really strengthening the gamification of the platform.
Yeah.
So they are now doing rewards. You see up here, I got like
Oh yeah,
two.
you can get points. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so they showed that if you buy a verified project, you get points. So now
Yeah.
they're really maturing how they're doing it because it helps their volume.
Yeah.
So as long as you know which ones to get, like this one, this is the Undertaker, right? And it's a WWE NFT. I'm going to show you something else connected to WWE. But this is a verified drop. I looked at it
Super
from
cool.
WWE,
Wow, that is
and
cool.
you can even see with over here when you go to the platform and you see the blue mark.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Okay.
see the John Cena NFT drop. And I remember because I remember when these drops happened. Because I'll use that to pivot over here with Alluvio. Alluvio, people are like, what? So Alluvio is also a blockchain that was able to get the WWE licenses, and they actually have a lot of the things you see. So these are clips. These are ones that I own. They're still like, how do we call it?
Cool.
Like a walled garden.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
so you can tell like same kind of detail about the token. You see
Are these like
where it's
instances, like certain instances that happen during wrestling?
yep.
Okay.
And
It's like
so
the
it's
NHL, right? They drop something similar, those icebreaker
yep.
NFTs.
And just like you see with Top Shot, because I have some of those NBA Top Shots, just like you see with NFL, which NFL's got an app you can do now with some of those moments, real easy to get on your phone. But you can see here that there's only 210 that are in circulation for this one. But this means these are the FAs for Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, Undertaker, Stone Cold, Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, and all these
Man.
different experiences. Roman Reigns, Ultimate Warrior, and look how many
Oh,
there are
that's
for Ultimate.
cool.
Look how many there are. 22,
22.
Wow.
and
Nobody
it's
knew anything
Super.
about this stuff, huh?
right. And I was going in there it was by myself. I'm like by myself because people just abandon it or people just don't look at the details. They don't look
Yeah.
at the details. And I know that they're restricted right now. I think of Quid. Remember Quid?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have Quid collectibles. I know that it's disappeared, but I also know that they're going to have to legally work through the process to release those assets to their owners. It's just not going to be until my theory, those are not on the blockchain yet because of agreements, let's say with VeVe, because they have GI Joe, they have all these other assets on Quid, much like Wax. Because I have Wax, I have ones from Wax, right?
Yeah.
I have
Wasn't
Bane
the
from
the first Spider-Man NFT on Wax? That ugly
yeah,
looking thing from the movie theater?
so
Yeah.
many
That
so
people
many
forget
key
about, by the
names.
way.
Yeah, yeah, so many key FAs on blockchain FAs were dropped
Yes.
on Wax,
Blockchain
and
FAs are right.
yep. And so similar to this is on blockchain. It's just a matter of them working through the process. And the interesting part, especially when TKO purchased WWE, they shut down. I've not been able to buy on this platform for about 6 months, and it just doesn't allow me to get the payments. Now I can still buy like my Superman movie because I got the
Mm-hmm.
movie. I can buy the movie on there. um, and but it doesn't let me buy any more for the WWE. And so they
Interesting.
really, meaning
Interesting.
that they realized they needed to pull this back. They were getting too reckless at the time, and now
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
trying to kind of control it. But you see all these names; these are all here, and I could try to buy them, but it won't let me. But I also still have the ownership,
Yeah.
so that's another piece with it. So that's Alluvio, and Alluvio. One thing I'll say about that technology is I got the Superman movie on there. I got the Lord of the Rings movie on there, but there's actually an Alluvio app you can get for your Apple, from the Apple Store, and you could put it on your TV and watch your NFT, my Superman NFT on my TV from my wallet. They were testing it. Only way I got it was after I bought the actual NFT itself. But you don't see it anywhere. You don't hear about it. But I could still do it.
Sounds to me like that's something that's going to be a future service, in my opinion.
Yep. And so they were already vetting it, to your point. Like this is, I mean, XRP is already connected to Apple, right? So there's already um,
Rails.
interconnections, rails. There's all this stuff already happening, right? But all right. So with that part, let me see.
Man, you're
You got
you're like our friend Bones. You're pretty much in everything.
or even
Yeah.
Brother Mission.
Or Mission, yes.
All different
See.
And I
projects.
love
I've
it.
never
I
heard
love
of.
it.
Yeah. And you see a bunch of these Grok ones you see, I got for I think 20 cents. Um,
Gronk?
Wow.
yeah. But I got the statues. I got the again Andy Stitzer, 4 Year Old
Yes.
Yep.
Virgin.
You could get
I
them for
got the
$10.
you see this Todd McFarlane? It's further down in the wallet, but I have the number one mint for the common of Todd McFarlane, the number one mint
Wow.
of Bane, of the I need to find it. I did get the 242. Um, I had to search for it, but I got it. But this one right here is from V Friends. That's the only one I have left from V Friends because I started to liquidate some of those because I was going to VeVe, right? I'm like, I know
Yeah.
what VeVe was doing. But that Paper Hands Pony, it's less than 1% of all the it's a specialized character that was part of the book games, and it was the only one that I still have. But that was it. It's less than 1% of the entire, um, I guess you would say tokens or collectibles that one lands into. So I'm just hanging out. That's my
Nas,
one I'm
pick
hanging.
up your jaw, Nas. I know you want it. Because I know Nas is a big V Friends for
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
and and he'll like what I have downstairs with some of the physical collectibles. Now this part is with the Spurs. I'll talk about that for a second, just because this was back when Greg Popovich, our coach, he broke the record for the most wins in NBA history, 1,336. Right. So there's only 1,336 of these NFTs. What's important about this one in particular is that, and it sucks because I could have bid to try to get the actual physical versions of these. Um, but every one of them you'll see, I'm trying to find the coolest one, but you see the logo, you'll see the play that he drew out because he drew the biggest plays that were
Oh.
in the team's history. But he
Mm.
signs it's his signature. His signature is on there, right? Because he literally wrote this play out. So that is Greg Popovich's signature. And if you look on this one, and you look at the holders, you'll see I'm right behind the Spurs.
Nice. Not to flex or anything.
That's not
Second
a
place
flex
on the
or anything, but
leaderboard. I get
yeah,
it.
I'm
No,
like,
that's
you know
cool.
what? First, and it's an official drop because the Spurs dropped it on their site. I remember when it was all coming out. And again, same thing. I validated and verify where the information is coming from to know that's a legit project. And the
Yeah.
reason I'm so conscientious of that because I got my butt handed to me on so many projects I didn't do that with. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
so I don't want to make it sound like I was all perfect and thorough. No, I learned by hitting every bump along the way. Like, oh, I should have looked at that.
Yeah, or I shouldn't have clicked that link.
I still to get
Right.
that link, and all that kind of thing. So I definitely earned my stripes in that sense. But
Education, right? This was your
Yeah.
educational
education,
choices here.
that's right. It's the price of education. So you see the Superman
Oh,
ones.
I love the Supermans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
See,
actually,
I've got a lot of McFarlane as well, so I'm a big DC fan, and they just got a lot of DC. So
Yeah.
let me see if it'll. So I kind of try to.
ooh,
Oh yeah.
Let me see if I can put it as.
and I gotta
It's
say that
so
the
nice.
viewer app, it's very buttery smooth, but it's very resource intensive.
Yes. Let me try to
Okay, let's
minimize it.
get it
Maybe
set up.
I'll make it smaller. See if it works better.
I
I
think
don't know
for
if
the
you've
most part we're getting it. Yeah. What's that, D? Sorry.
I don't know if you've
There we go.
seen his collection, but Dr. Kenan, he has a
loves.
what do you call a showroom that's pretty filled too with
Yeah.
all his collectibles on
Like they
McFarlane.
max it out, him and his son.
Mhm. Yeah.
Conor McGregor's right
Oh,
here.
is that
Gregor.
Colin McGregor?
Uh
Yeah.
huh.
And that's what's so cool. They got UFC as well.
Shrek.
Yeah.
Is
There's
McFarlane hanging
Todd.
out there?
That's got to be FA Shrek, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
And see
Hey,
Okay,
those
the
that's
one that started it
fine.
all right there.
now
Crash Pro.
with those spawns you see right there. Even with those three, there's a total of all three of those combined. I think a total of 53
That's it
available. That's
of
it.
those.
Of
Wow.
that one in the middle, there's only 11.
Were those the
I like
ones that
that.
paired with the physical?
See, this one I don't know because when I came across it, it was like almost like a thank you to certain people who had like maybe I think so many. Um,
Oh.
but there you go. And so like with that, I'm like, dude, these just look so
Oh
freaking
yeah.
cool.
He
Yeah.
said it was a phygital thing, and that's why it's so low.
Yeah, there you
And that
go.
makes
And
sense. A
so
lot of people won't redeem, right? And so like for whoever's like believes in digital, like it pays off to have them both, huh?
yeah, and so you see I just put one of the tokens there. I have a lot of
Yeah.
those. You see the Black Adam. Actually, you'll see those. I have them the physical versions because that's the way I got the tokens for them. McFarlane holding up here. All right, here we go.
Oh, he comics says was like a $400 statue.
Yeah,
Oh.
and so you'll see here where I just put Tony Montana
Oh, look at
with
their cards.
all the different cards, right?
Jeez.
You see
Whoa.
the Batwing.
And you can go inside that Batmobile and see inside. That's what's so
Yeah,
cool.
I love that with his cloak just like blowing in the breeze.
Scarface, more and Bane. Yes, we're ready.
Bane.
I was wondering what breakfast, your spirit or your body?
Our
You
friend
see,
does a really good impression of Bane. Like
nice.
he gets the breathing and everything. Is like it's kind of crazy.
You see there, the dude.
The
The
dude.
I'm like, you
dude.
know what? He needs a Batmobile. He needs a Batmobile too.
Yeah.
Do you have
Um,
the guy from the office, the spilling the beans?
Oh,
What's his name?
no, that one I didn't get.
I need that one.
But all of these you see, there's none listed. They're all of them are now. I don't
Really,
between
even
my
David Wooderson, there's none listed.
What? Because we picked up
all of them.
some, maybe was it last month or so? Or
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were
2
getting
months
them
ago?
super cheap.
yeah.
Yeah.
From now until from then until now, because as I was looking,
Yeah.
You
nothing.
bought them all.
Ah. Yeah, you
Well,
bought them all.
I picked up a few, and you'll see
Yeah, this
here.
Jokerized
Yep,
Batmobiles. Oh,
the
so
Joker
nice.
eyes, the Batwing.
Oh, you got the Batwing too. Nice.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
don't have a Batwing. I need one.
You see it with the ha
Oh,
ha
I love the
ha's all over the place.
matching. Yeah.
All of them matching. Um,
Oh, he's right. All the Universals are gone.
hmm
Wow.
I love this one too. Action
And
one.
I'm never gonna
here,
get my Kevin Malone.
and you know how it is. All of a sudden, who did I see it with? I just saw it yesterday or today. There was just like a dump of I think the Batwings. And there was
Really?
like none listed to all of a sudden like a bunch listed. But
Somebody
what
need
I've
money.
noticed though, but what I've also noticed is that especially with the Batmobiles, I mean the cheapest one you can get now is I think like within 1,000 polygon, or is how much it costs or so. So like basically, I don't know,
You
80
can't get a
bucks or so.
tumbler. That's gone.
Yep, tumblers are
Yeah,
gone.
Tumblr.
Tumblers are gone. Almost all except one Bane from Nightfall is gone because I just picked up.
335 for a Batmobile? Whoa.
See, yep, and that's what it's
Whoa.
at now. Um,
Yeah, they rose
Thank
pretty
goodness I
high
got
since the
two.
last time. Yeah.
yeah, and then here,
Dang.
because I saw this Bane, look,
Yeah,
number 2,
breaking his back. I like that one.
Yeah.
and then but
Number
this one, what's
2.
yep, what's different with this one is that it's with the in the black suit, because
Oh
on the
yeah.
That's
ones
a
over
legendary,
here,
right? The red.
I
The
think
red
so.
code. I believe that's legendary.
I get confused, or not, I get lost in the detail of whether it's legendary or epic, which one's
Mm-hmm.
means
Rare and
more.
common.
Yeah. But with the Banes, let's
We
see if
might
it.
have to divert some budget from True Media, D.
Yep.
Yeah, like
Go for it. Get the pin.
okay, like here's all the Banes, right?
For science. No.
I can't blame
Here's
you.
how many.
I'm getting into this.
You're
Are you in
looking
the
at this,
market?
right?
Are you in the market, Sloppy?
I'm just scrolling, looking at ones that I want that I
I need a
can't
Monarch, man.
afford.
Anyways, go ahead,
So,
Dave.
yeah. So there's all the Banes that I've got here. This with the mixture. I'm trying to find. Let's see if I can do it this way without it taking too long. Oops. That's number 9. 210. So 210 is the area code here in San Antonio.
Oh, okay.
1422, 203, 984, 60, 91, 113, 46, 10, 27. There it is. Number 1.
Nice.
Wow. That's
242, 242. And this one, this one is the FA, because Nightfall, where he's breaking his back, that was the second drop with Bane.
Ah.
Okay. Yeah, I think the coolest mint I own right now is a Mint Zero FA Robin on Candy, but I don't think that really means much for me right now. So.
Well, I got Candy too. Like I've got
number 0.
I got 3 of the Bat Cowls, and I've got some of the Bane comics on there. Right now we're struggling on being able to get access to them.
Yeah.
They've been saying forever we're supposed to get them again, but it's kind of like a wait and see.
Yeah.
But I'm going to show y'all something here as another avenue as far as like what I was doing during the time is getting from Unstoppable Domains the addresses.
Oh yeah.
And let me see, because I went pretty aggressive on that too.
Like the .eth, .btc, that kind of address, yeah.
And so they were doing this thing. I got 98 of them.
Dang.
But you'll see like VeVe vibes, final boss because of wrestling, right? Acknowledge me because of Roman Reigns, Alamo City. But the one I'm gonna show, and I got it for my daughters too, right? I got their names, my wife's. So this way, as crypto wallets evolve, it's much easier for them to have it under their name. So it's already as simple as it can be. Man in the arena, whatever I could think of, right? I'm just at the gym or I'm somewhere. I'm like, oh, let me try this one. But the one I'm going to focus on here is, I like Greaseball. That was funny. Is right here. Omi.x. That one was 1,200. But I got it. And the reason I was able to get it is because I've been buying all of these domains over that time, and I got credits. And they were able to give me these credits from all the purchases I made. And so I was like, all right, well, and it was a tough choice. It was either Omi.x or Bane.x. And I'm like, well, and they were both the same price, right? Both 1,200. I'm like, well, Bane I know is going to be licensed, like Omi, while it's specific to Omi. I'm also like, well, anytime you have like a 3-letter address, you're going to be in higher demand. And there's actually a project out there that's called Omi, and that Omi is where it connects to your brain, and it does the like the telepathic ways of being able to make your brain waves communicate with other folks. It's this project that Tim Draper, who's real big into Bitcoin, that he's in. And so I'm like, well, if anything, that's going to be another project that could benefit from it. And let me show you.
Guys, real quick.
Yeah.
Just because I am in IT, I just got an urgent. I'll be back. D, run the show.
Okay.
Yep. No worries.
But you see here. Yeah. But you see here, like that's omi.x. But this is where it's used for that brainwave technology named Omi. But that's why I got those wallets. But various different names, you know, Mamba Forever, hardest work in the room. I like Crypto Wojak, but you know, the list goes on with the different domains. But the most important one for me was the at that point was like with Omi tying into the ecosystem. I'm like, all right, let me just, it's there. Let me pick it up. But with Cryptoys, those were just dropping so low. I'm like, I mean, they were seriously going for like $20.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, let me go ahead and do this.
And now that they've you know, they're now Digitoys, the Cryptoys Classic are probably gonna be like even more you know, more rare.
You got it. And so I'm like, well, if they're gonna be more rare, well, why not get, because there's only 3,400 or so. I think like the unique ownership is about like 50% maybe.
Yeah, I have one.
Or
And I think
64%.
Hinano has 2 or 3.
Yeah. And then when I saw to your point, I'm like, well, then why not get the ones they're going to be more rare, but why not get the ones that are actually even more rare within that rare collection? So that's why I picked up the ones you see right there with and it was actually before the announcement of going to Digitoys. I was already looking at them. And I had picked up, I think, these two and then this one afterwards. I'm like, okay, let me just go ahead and do it, because it was near the floor. I'm like, let me just make it happen. But we'll see if he gets back soon. But for the meantime, let me go over here.
Yeah, so Hinano says he has 3 classics and he needs to pick up more.
Yeah. Because I got some
I'll hold on to them for him.
You're right.
With Cryptoys or Digitoys, I had picked up similarly. I got the first drop. I got the because what I had learned at the time when they were doing that initial drops on their platform was how you would get additional passes back to the access thing. You would get additional passes that you can use for future drops. And so I got into it early on being able to you know, get some of their more basic drops. I didn't go like the way you see me with McFarlane or VeVe and all that.
Yeah.
I didn't go to that level with Cryptoys because straight up like the prices were and the scarcity is where I was like, I don't know if this is gonna and trying to get the basically the chase, the methodology that they were using for the chase. I was like, I couldn't rationalize how I should do that more than I should maybe some of the other things that I got. So I would get some.
Yeah, because it was $39.99, and then I think when they first started, their collection was like 30,000 for each, I believe, collection line that they had.
Yeah,
and then they had the burning mechanism that kind of, you know, burned all or vaulted all the commons. So then there was no commons to open when they reopened it again.
Yeah, and see here. So I got some of the Star Wars. I got as you can see, like some here and there, real peppered in, but it was truly like Masters of the Universe was the first ones that I was trying into, and I recorded like the openings. And I got a few of the
I do like their unboxing experience though. That's pretty cool. The unboxing.
And I kept one here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm like, let me just hold on to one.
Yeah.
And just see what happens over time. And then the golden tickets. See, the golden tickets is where I was
Yeah.
motivated to basically say like, well, let me at least get some of the golden tickets, because back to access,
Yeah.
it can be beneficial more like long term on what I could potentially get. But
Yeah,
you
it was
know,
cool though. When they had the DTE open up, because before, in order to get a golden ticket, you would have to max mint. So that's like 5. You have to buy 5, and then you get a golden ticket. But then when they open up the DTE, the digital toy exchange, people were pretty much like selling their golden tickets, and you're able to just pick those up instead of buying 5 cubes at a time. So that was one good way to. I think Hinano picked up a bunch.
I
I
got
think I picked up.
25.
Yeah, I picked up like one.
nice.
Flex.
They were
Okay.
cheap. They were throwing them for like $10 to $5 on the floor. It was like,
Yeah.
okay, why not? You know?
Mhm. Yeah, good pickups.
So what I'll show you here, these are from Autograph, right? Back to being a Spurs fan. I kept seeing the Tim Duncan, the comic or the magazine getting on there. Saw Nowitzki, and I kept trying to find, like, I meant number 100 for him. That had 21, those 216, 21, 219, 23. Well, 23, low
Oh,
mint.
okay, 23. Yeah.
21, 214. Ray Allen, and then of course broadside. I got some of
Oh,
the
broadside.
broadsides.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got the broadsides there. I got 3 of those, and then I got like
Nice.
the associated
The books.
like there you go, the books.
Mm.
Yeah.
And here are the Tom Brady ones that I used to get access to the event out that I went out to in Tampa. Did I unhide these? So here's what we can do is, because I still have, I think I unhide them, all of them. There was a project I was with Tom Bilyeu. I met Tom Bilyeu out there in Minnesota at VCon, because I had the exclusive party because I had their legendary token. That was in Impact Theory Founders Key. I still have access to that ecosystem. I still have, and that's a whole nother one. It's like I also have the desktop app to where he's got license for Bruce Lee, and so Bruce Lee is in his game for Impact Theory, and you can upgrade your characters in there. It's very much like in that anime style. But he got sued. He got shut down, just like Recur got shut down. That kind of thing all happened. But what I was gonna say, if we want, if I could take like a 2-minute break, and then I'll put the phone on a quick hold, and then we can head downstairs, and I
Okay,
can
so
begin to
when you're
show
doing
those.
that, we'll run the VeVe giveaway, and that'll give you some time to make
Perfect.
it downstairs.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Awesome. I'll see you in a
Sweet.
few.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right, guys. While we wait for him to come back, we're going to run the giveaway. If you want a chance to win a VeVe digital collectible in chat, shout out to VeVe for sponsoring part of the giveaway right here. Enter hashtag the House of Bane in the chats. We're going to run this right now. Let me get the tool up here.
Yeah, we got a lot of people that entered, so maybe about 20 or something.
There's about 22 people that have
Nice.
entered. Let me
Sweet. Good guess,
get
Delilah.
this up right here.
So once the hashtag goes away, we will be running that. So get those hashtags in. Hashtag the House of Bane.
All right,
getting there.
Do we know what the collectible is at a ERFD, or do they just give you a random one?
I think they choose it.
random.
I'm not sure. It's supposed to be random.
Yeah,
Okay.
random. We don't know what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not
Okay,
sure.
I was just curious because we always
We're just the facilitators.
Kind of like how
But
we just give y'all mystery cases or packs.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
there you go. We got more people entering. Sweet.
All right, guys, we are going to run this giveaway right now. Good luck for the 24 people who have entered, and shout out to VeVe for supporting part of the stream today on the giveaway part. Let's go.
Let's
Let's see who's going to
go.
be the winner. Shout out to VeVe
VeVe
Collecto.
Collecto.
Those
Shout
hands
out,
are for you,
Pete.
and they're probably not washed.
Nice.
There you go. And if you could go and reach out to Flexi or On My Way with your VeVe username, and they will facilitate the giveaway. And also, D will double check with you as well. So
Yep.
shout out to you.
Yep. Congrats. Yay, they're here.
All right, let me turn that off.
Congrats.
And then we also have a FANABLE giveaway that we're going to be doing at the end of the stream, and that is for a random Pokiosk pack from the base kiosk.
Heck
So,
yeah.
shout out to FANABLE right there. And I gotta say, Slops, those kiosks are selling out quicker. And there's some new users I noticed because that base kiosk, I think there's only 29 cards left in that one.
I know. I don't restock them anymore. It's not my thing anymore.
I know. I'm just
They
telling
changed
you.
how they've actually changed how they restock it. So I don't even know how to restock it. If I wanted to, I still don't know. I don't know how. They changed it on me. They said, "Give me the keys."
Well, whoever's got the keys, tell them to restock because we're low on gas.
Yes.
But anyways, yeah.
You want to know the sad part of that? It's a guy that's on vacation.
Oh, nice.
Blame the guys on vacation.
He is the
It's their fault.
master. What is it? Master or master of all? Master
of arms.
all. Man he just has so much going on. I feel bad for him sometimes because I'm just like, give me more stuff to talk about. Tell me what's going on. And he's like, the house is on fire. And I'm like, so?
We don't want to tell him that. Let's move on. What else is not on fire? Let's talk about that. But it's good. It's good to see that those kiosks are selling out, even though I'm slow on participating. And even when I want to participate, I end up becoming a scaredy cat because it's like, yeah. Anyways, shout out to the fruit man.
I'm hoping I can spill more secrets in the future.
All right. House of Bane, we got your back.
Yeah, got me back. So let me switch the camera.
All right. And then we'll put you on full screen when you're ready.
Secret kiosk is coming soon, Smart Buy.
Go.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So I just laid everything out because, like I was mentioning, as part of the move, nothing's been set up. But I'm going to start first with the sports stuff. Because you're talking about earlier, and I know that you had stopped collecting for a while, but my thing was in that bridge, it was sports that I still ended up collecting. So what you see here is like an autographed Manu Ginobili jersey. This is from when he retired at his retirement ceremony. Here
so cool
is Tim Duncan, where only if you had a season ticket could you get what's as a season ticket member.
Wow.
That's cool.
That is awesome, man.
It shows with that part of just the that was given to season ticket holders. Here
just that whole display right there is just really cool with all of that mixed into that. That was really rad.
Yeah, and having all that, and I still had the box that's been beat up a little bit, but here's and Spurs fans will understand this. Anybody who watched the NBA, this is Kawhi Leonard, right? It was super messy for us as Spurs fans to see Kawhi Leonard. He turned on us and went to the Clippers, right? Or to the Raptors and the Clippers. But I had a chance because of the season tickets to meet so many players and get their autographs. So I had a chance to get it off for those jerseys, but I also had a chance to get what you see here is that's Manu Ginobili, Tim Duncan, and Kawhi Leonard.
Wow.
And
we'll see.
Yeah, so I got to get Tony Parker on there eventually, and you'll see what they gave us there for one of the years was the actual ring.
Wow.
For the championship season, or I think it was 2014 for that one.
Dang.
So I'm a Spurs fan, but I'm a huge Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan fan because I love their attitude, their demeanor, their conviction, their competitiveness, right?
Yeah.
So my buddy bought me the Bryant jersey, right? But also, and I'll talk about this first. If you look at it, this is for 2020. You'll see here. I went to the retirement ceremony for Tim Duncan, but because of COVID, it got delayed. So it ended up being the retirement ceremony for both Tim Duncan and Kobe Bryant, my two favorite players,
Mm,
or two of my favorite, most favorite players. And you see the Basketball Hall of Fame.
So cool.
that
Then
is cool.
you see here, McFarlane, uh, another one of my close friends, got me the Kobe Bryant.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Uh, and this was after
Jeez.
I
he
just
had
love
a,
the box, right? How it opens
yeah.
up and it's got all that
And look
art
how
in the
crisp.
box. Wow, that is
Oh, number 8.
That's
super
cool.
cool, man.
And you'll see back here, 24. And of course, like the body and everything. But
Yeah. That's McFarlane?
yep,
Nice. Man, they're just so good at making their boxes.
they are.
Yeah, even the collectibles.
And then, of course, Jordan. When I was just starting community college, I was getting financial aid. Why I'm bringing it up right now is because I used financial aid to buy like a 10 pack for the Spurs that year because I didn't know any better. And I was like, I can't miss it. That's Michael Jordan, my one of my biggest inspirations. And so what you see here is the program from his last game as a Bull when he played
Mm.
the Spurs in the Alamo Dome. That was
Oh,
just a
cool.
jersey I got because he my daughter ended up liking Jordan. Here I was thinking, oh man, she loves Jordan because she knows her dad loves Jordan. No, she's into dance, and dance girls were uh, all into Jordan shoes and stuff like that. So they had a Jordan party. And so I was like, oh, it wasn't because of me. This was a little more beat up. This was a little more been through a little more, but the same thing, Jordan. All right,
Chicago Bulls.
Chicago Bulls.
Where's the fidgetal for that?
I know. So here's like
Oh,
Tupac.
Tupac.
Oh
Tupac,
yes.
another big inspiration of mine. Here is the magazine of when Brady was retiring. You can see here this was a like display. This one
Mm.
was like a reissue
Oh,
um,
okay.
of it. But that shirt is the one that I got when I went to that event in Tampa. So
Nice.
when I went out there, here are going to
Be friends.
be friends. My first collection. What I did make a mistake on is I opened all the packs. I should have left at
Oh
least
no.
one of them. But when I met Gary Vee, I got him to sign this.
Oh,
Oh,
that is so
cool.
cool,
Yeah, that
man.
is cool.
That's so dope.
I actually got him to sign 3 wine bottles. I can't find where I put them, but I got 3 wine bottles. And then if you're big into V friends, you should recognize these.
Oh,
Can you
yeah.
grade a
Um,
wine bottle?
yeah, because
I'm
he would
sure you can.
have he had the characters like I think of like elephant something, um, and it was the character was how you had access to get the wine, and then you when I went to the event, I got him to sign them. I got him to sign them. But these are all from the first ever VCon,
Nice.
first edition.
In the
Same thing
bag
with the shirt.
still.
Yep, in the bags, because those
So do
were
you keep
selling
this in
like
a vault
crazy.
or something?
He got his
Yeah,
old wallet at home.
yeah, yeah. Because if you look, I'm gonna transition next to well, 2 small ones. This is
Wow.
Oh,
from
Moa.
Bombot
Wombat.
from the first decon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Did
then
you go first decon?
it's in 2021. Well, not the
Oh man.
first one. It was a 2021. I think that was the second one, right?
The
The one in
2022, I think,
Anaheim.
was the second one.
Yeah, Anaheim. I was there for the one at Anaheim, and then it was
Oh, we must have missed you.
when they revealed the Lamborghini.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's the
We
first
missed
one D
you.
and I
Yeah.
went to as well. We must have missed you. But a lot of
Yeah,
people went to that one.
Yeah.
and I rolled solo because honestly, the way I grew up, I'm the youngest of 7 boys, but I was so used to doing things alone because no one in my family got an education. I was the first one to ever graduate. I was the first one to go through so many things where I knew I had to just trust my instincts. I flew alone, went alone, and I met. It was really cool though. 2 quick stories. Um, Omi, Juan Kenobi, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
we met and we connected. Like honestly, like we're close to this day. It's so cool. Um, but another part was with the silicon. Oh,
So,
it's
Oh, Silicon Secure.
secure. Yes.
Yeah,
yeah.
So
so.
when we were at the bowling alley, and I was talking to him and the two guys. Oh dang it! They were doing like a video every day, and they kind of have fallen off.
VeVe
Oh,
The two
Vision,
guys from
Superstar.
Tango,
Superstar.
and it was yes, Tango Superstar, and it was towards the end of the night. And honestly, and I'll be candid on this part, because of I guess you could say like the way I look, I felt like man, like maybe I intimidate people. Maybe people don't really like think I'm into this because I felt like I'm alone in so many ways, right? But
Yeah.
Silicon hung out with me, and we actually got an Uber together. I got the pictures from when we hung out that night. And he's like, dude,
Oh,
he's like, you're welcome, man. Like, you're welcome here. And so I really felt welcomed by him, and we shared that Uber. And again, I got the picture of him and I hanging out that night, and it meant so
Yeah.
much to me. And I never really shared that story before,
yeah, that's
but
beautiful.
it was so cool because he made me feel welcome in that sense.
Can
So
I
you see
share
what?
something with you real quick
Yeah.
about Silicon?
Uh
He
huh.
did the same thing to me
Really?
when he was my first X space I ever went up on. I was so nervous, and it was an X space to go to Decon. He called it the Road to Decon. He was up there by himself, and the only reason why I went up there is there was someone from Hawaii with him, a bat cowl. And I went up there. He made me feel so welcome. I told him I was coming, and I don't really get nervous, and I got nervous. And
Uh
yeah,
huh.
he was my first space, and I hung out up there for an hour, mainly because it was a small space. No one knew he was up. And then I met him in Decon. He was exactly the same space person that he was in the space. He took the time to talk with me, and I
Yeah.
just remember him being a good soul. So shout out to him.
Big time, and that's the because even as you say that, I get like the goosebumps from it, right? Like
Yes.
because these are the moments where you want to talk about the nostalgia respark, right? Like it's even at the highest level because it's like a spiritual connection. It's just so cool
Yeah.
that this is what collecting has brought people together, like, and to have that kind of memorable moment as humans is just awesome. Um, so it's so cool. So this is what I won at the first decon,
Oh, look at
because
that.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
and I don't know why I didn't show 'em. I didn't
The
see it in my
Vincent.
wallet. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
got the Vincent NFT also. So when I went to the one this past year in Vegas,
Mm-hmm.
I got the tickets for free because I had the Vincent
Oh, that's
NFT.
right.
Yeah.
Why?
For
That's a
life,
sweet
right?
deal.
Isn't that for
Yeah,
lifetime too?
uh-huh. Back to the whole access thing, right? I'm like, well, I get access for life. That's a win for me. All right, so I'm gonna hone in on the ElmonX a little bit.
All right.
So ElmonX, this is the Vidal, I believe. And
But
so he had I think is his
those are
name.
the trading cards?
Yes, sir. So these are the
Oh, look at
trading
that.
cards.
Man. Number 13 out of 100.
Oh, I
Hmm.
want those. Don't
Whoa.
Wouldn't that look awesome in
Mhm.
FANABLE, Sloppy?
Oh, funny. Yeah, it would. Too bad they're not graded by PFA or CGC or
Oh,
that
Yeah.
but
game.
they're
Yet. Yet.
ElmonX.
And so you see these are the matching shirts that come along with it because what they're supposed to do is work with the filter, I believe, with the associated NFT to make the fire you see in the
Oh,
image
got you.
Oh,
show
okay.
with that.
Oh, that's cool.
Hat, got the hat, the
Oh,
beanie,
sweet. Yeah, I want the hat too.
the
Oh, the
ElmonX,
shirt, the hoodie.
the hoodie,
Yeah,
and then this one
it's a nice one.
because the necklace, all you see here have the matching NFTs with them.
You got the hot
And then
sauce?
Nice.
that I didn't get the hot sauce, no, because I was basically when I put it on the proof for the Adam one, I'm like, all right, like or like whatever it was, I was like, okay, I gotta not get something.
D got the hot sauce. I've been begging her not to open it because she wants to
Oh,
try it.
I
I
know
got
in
the hot
the
sauce, but that was kindly given to me
It was
from
gifted.
Brother Mission. Yeah, because he knows I like hot stuff, so he had his shipped over to me.
nice. I know
Yeah.
it's tempting, right? Because even with the shirts or anything like that, I'm like, okay, if I open them, I mean, much like
Sealed.
this, like with the cards. Once I open them, like I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. You saw me with that blind box on Cryptoys. It was because I had learned from V friends. And I'm like, okay, and I have
Gotta hold one.
you know what? I totally forgot. I didn't show it upstairs. I have HRO, right?
Oh yeah, we got a
I
bunch
have
of
the-
those
into that.
too.
Yeah, I have 2 boxes, but I opened the boxes and I have the actual physical cards also to match with them. But same thing, I opened them all. I should have.
I have an
not.
unopened box in
He
the
now
closet.
has of
That's awesome,
series 1, yeah?
Series 1.
Yeah.
dude.
It
that's
was
so
meant
awesome.
to like stand the test of time with the project, but now just stand the test of time. So
Well, and to that thought, that's where even the failed projects, in many ways, will end up having value in its
Yeah.
own in that own
Even
benefit
more
of like
scarce.
it's more
Yep.
scarce, and it's an historical landmark. Okay, so this was the shirt that went along with the Patrick Hughes drop for Love, the Love painting.
Yeah.
That was his first drop. So I got the matching shirt. It's got the RFID on the sleeve. So you can scan it and validate that's what it's at. And this is one of the books. I got 2 of them, but this is where you can see his autograph right there.
Nice.
So that was here. And this was from the last
Metaverse.
but I got Dan,
Stiggs.
Dr. and I snagged Dr. Prophet, his autograph, Gary Baseman, and then Michael Collectible.
I think we lost him. Did your
Okay.
phone die?
I thought that was on me at first.
I thought maybe our internet went out because it's storming here.
I love how we all thought our internet went out.
Yeah, I was like,
There's too much heat in his collection.
Slops is gonna have to run the show. Yeah, if you ever see us disappear, it's because the internet went out. So
it's because I've taken over. It's my show now.
It's funny. It happened to Fro once, and he was up here by himself, like, "Uh-oh, what do I do?"
He's like, "Oh, more whiskey." No.
He was born in darkness. That's a good comment.
Well, we're gonna have Carlos reconnect, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching now or on the replay, we're gonna be doing a FANABLE giveaway at the end of the show, and we appreciate everyone for sticking with us. D, while we're waiting on the House of Bane, why don't you get a race ready?
Yeah, I have a race. Do you guys want to do superhero race?
Sure. Have them enter an emoji in the chat so you can start typing up names.
Put in your emoji of our superhero. Yep.
Yep, we're back. And we're just talking with the people, but we're back. Welcome back.
I see Wonder Woman. Are you back?
All right. Are y'all
okay?
We can hear you. Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Maybe he can't hear us. Can you hear us, my friend?
Unplug, plug it back in.
His collection's so massive and so like over. It's literally a little bit of everything.
I love all those DC characters behind. Yeah, look at that.
No, I can't hear you.
Okay. We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Okay, let me try it. Switch this way.
It could be.
Are y'all able to hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us now?
I don't think you can.
Can you hear us? Test.
No.
Carlos, can you hear us?
If y'all can hear me, but it's not letting me.
Yeah, we can hear you. So if you want to talk.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Was he thinking about HRO? I missed that part of the conversation if y'all talked about it.
Anyways.
I can't hear you, but I'm gonna leave the stream and I'm gonna hop right back on with the link. So I'll be right back.
Okay. Was Carlos big into HRO?
Yeah, my ugly face.
Yeah,
yes.
He was an HRO, yes.
What was his username Bane in it, or did he say what?
Well, we haven't gotten to that part, but we can ask him.
Because I remember in the HRO there was a guy that just called himself Bane. and he had a massive collection.
It might be him. Are you back, Bane?
Yes.
Okay.
So there we go. Okay.
So real quick, we had a question from Slops. He wanted to know if you were the big guy in the leaderboard named Bane.
Oh no, but I've had folks ask me, they're like, "Hey, are you that Bane?" No.
It's a different Bane.
There is another.
It's a fake Bane out there.
Yeah, fraud.
Bane imposter.
We got you back, man.
All right, so I'll go through the physicals. So here's where I really went into at the time thinking, okay, well, wait, people are gonna want to match their digital version of these with a physical version. And so I tried to find as many as I could of the like the first editions. Everybody remembers the Croc, right? Because this is right when the market crashed. The Batman Who Laughs, Robin, Becky Cloonan. Now I have 4 of those first editions. I think here's like the second edition of Harley Quinn. I got 2 of those. With Joe's, I have, I think, like maybe 8 of them. Here I have 2 of these, and there's only it's super limited. I think it's like 150. It's pretty low. But I have the blue version. I got 2 of those, and then of course, and this is first edition.
We have the same ones, Bane.
Yeah.
Yeah, right outside the door.
Nice. And this one was harder to find, so I only got it's the second edition of Risso. Second edition of the Joker, and then since that was the FA of Wonder Woman on the platform, I got, I think, like 4 of those, maybe 6. Nighthawk, got the matching.
Nice.
Here. Of course, I had to get the Doug Mankey, but I'll tell you a story. Yeah, well, here's a story. The crotch rocket, but here's a story with this one. He ended up being more like Luke Skywalker to me. What I mean by that, I don't know how, what, why, or when, but I broke his hand. So
what?
Yeah, like
I believe you.
Breaking backs and hands.
Yeah,
come on.
Yes, of course. I was wondering what would break first, your spirit or your
baby hands. He had puny baby hands.
Yeah, Victor has defeated you, but yeah, like I totally like broke his hand. And then here, of course, I have a stack of these as well with the Black Adam.
Black Adam.
Because that's that's how I was able to get the digital versions as well. Of course, I picked a bunch of those off the floor because those have been dirt cheap also. All right, so you ready for the wrestling?
Yes.
There's more?
There's
more.
So
wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. And just so you know, salute.
There you go. That's not sponsored, but let's go.
All right. So I think I'm going to go from right to left. Okay.
Let's go. Counterclockwise.
Yep.
Like Japanese.
So that's my youngest. That's my baby girl, right? That's Aaliyah. So she met Jey Uso's her favorite. So I want to give you some context, right? So Jey Uso's her favorite. He wanted to take a picture by herself. He autographed and said yeet, and to set the Royal Rumble because we went to the Royal Rumble in Indianapolis. Because WrestleMania was getting too expensive at WrestleMania 41 because we went to WrestleMania 40 in Philly. This is a picture of all of us, with Jay. And then, of course, this is the picture I was talking about with John Cena. Yep, over in Dallas. That's why you see the Dallas theme. Because what he did was make a belt that was a theme of every city he was going to. He made a belt for that. But cool. So Jey Uso, again, her favorite. So right there you see that's the Jey Uso autograph, number 10 of 25.
The Royal Rumble belt. Shiny that is! Wow.
And so that's the one we were at, and it's with his autograph. All right.
Sweet.
So next, my oldest, Liana, I took him to the 2023 Royal Rumble here in San Antonio just to show him something different. Little did I know, my little girls that you just saw, would become hardcore wrestling fans. We're going to Monday Night Raw. We're gonna be making a video, so you'll probably see it online soon. We're gonna be making a
Sweet.
video with the belts because they're hardcore into it. We'll be at Monday Night Raw. So this is a limited edition Roman Reigns
Wow.
belt,
Ooh, beautiful.
head of the table.
Dang.
It shows how many days he actually had the belt, and also it has the mint number,
No
238.
way, that is cool.
Great. Oh, so
238 of
close to 242.
238.
I know, you see? I know. So their belts, they're limited edition, but at the same time, I put all of their belts first because I still want to try to find it, but for the meantime, this was on clearance because apparently he's disappeared for a while, but this is mine with The Rock,
Oh, nice.
right?
Do smell.
Finally, The Rock
So
has come
cool.
back. Now the last one, and I actually have two of these. The reason I have two of these is going to be because um, this one I'm about to show you is also limited edition, also super hard to find, and it would seem to be less of a run than the ones they had for other cities. So there's only 150 of these altogether. The one I'm going to show you is the autographed version, where there's only 25 of these within that same 150. Okay.
Oh, seems.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice. Oh, wow.
Dude.
So pretty.
Fire,
Man.
fire,
And that's
fire.
with the San Antonio colors.
Wow. Where's what's his name? Oh, who's the other guy that collects a bunch of sports memorabilia?
Let me
Oh,
can't remember.
DDS.
There's DDS, but somebody else too. Shoot. We don't see him as much as we used to. He's in the
Oh,
VeVe community. He always wears those goggles.
Yeah, Jimbo.
Jimbo Lee, yeah. Did we lose you, Bane?
No, I'm flipping the belts over so you can see the back.
Oh, got you.
On the three of them. The Brock ones doesn't really have anything, I don't think, but
Oh, even Michael, right? Michael Campa.
Oh yeah, even Michael
He
Campa.
was also a big collector.
But Jimbo Lee Lingo likes to hide in the back of the room, Jimbo.
Yeah. It's probably lurking now.
So you see here.
I was there.
And I actually printed this off on a flag, like an American flag in light blue and white, with this picture of her with him in her room. So she's got that in there, and then this is the back for Roman Reigns.
That is so cool. I love how your family is also involved in collecting with you.
Yeah, and they're into this thing called Nidos. I don't know if y'all heard of those, but these Nido things are like literally like, I don't know, I'll grab them just because obviously they collect them, but they're these super popular little squeeze slime things I had no clue about, but it's the trend. But these things are so hard to find. They're like and there's so many more that I have, but they're like back ordered for months for these.
Oh, what are they called? Nido.
Yeah, Nidos. I had no idea, but yeah.
My
but
daughter
now,
probably knows. She
yeah,
needs those.
yeah. And the thing is, what I turned it into is an opportunity to not only get the things that they like to collect. I bought them in bulk, and now they're selling them to their friends for a profit. So it helps pay.
Oh, nice. Young entrepreneurs.
Yep.
Love it.
Young entrepreneurs, helps them understand the business, but they're totally into collecting. What I don't have downstairs is my 2023 Royal Rumble seat. I was able to buy locally for the first ever wrestling event that they went to in 2023 with me. But and I've got more stuff, of course, but I think overall that's the brunt of it. And it it's I got like a 3D printer, I got a laser engraver. So I use the 3D printer to help to like render the models. So I'll take pictures or images, and then I convert them into a 3D models, and then I do the file reformatting to be able to create those into actual physical items. So like locally, like if my girls, like if they have friends or anything that they want to have, I just print those off. Or with my laser engraver, I just engrave different things. I've been testing it out with like different projects because when you own the rights to those NFTs, you end up having that ability to be able to make your own assets with it, right? So
Yeah.
I've been testing those with VR, AR, gaming assets, you name it. So
Question: do you
yeah,
have a beast?
a beast? No, no,
Oh, not a beast. You ever
no.
think about getting one?
Not yet.
Wow.
I've thought about it, but it's what keeps pulling me in most recently is honestly ElmonX has been where a lot of it has been going to because
Yeah.
ElmonX and you'll see it on one of my TikTok and on my X as well because I did like a remix of an interview of I forget her name, but she works with Bridgman Images,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm.
I found that interview when I first looked at ElmonX, and I understand like the way that they're working with the estates and the way they have access to museums on what they're doing with those type of art pieces and the ability to be able to have that level of credibility, provenance, and scarcity. That's where like, and here I brought it
Makes sense,
down.
man. You're just
I,
making sense.
I'm like, dude, I'm like, this is like Da Vinci, this is Van Gogh, this is where once you get that community to really understand what's going on with art and how I'm gonna be able to have Mona Lisa, Van Gogh, in addition to having some of those physical or some of the physical complementing ones, where like the one that just the drop that was yesterday, where
Mhm.
I've got one of, depending on how many got bought, at maximum, there's going to be 9 of that artist proof. And I've got one of them. And I've got the matching mint online. And I've got the certificate of authenticity heading that way. And this is a container. Let me see if I can open it up real quick just to show. But this is the three the three of the Sistine Chapel, um,
Oh,
and the other two like Adam, where
yeah.
like it's those three, and you could tell with the quality of the material that they have is freaking cool. And so that's what made me want to get that next artist proof from yesterday, and then doing the research on that particular art piece. I'll typically obsess about anything you see me, learning about. Like I'll research to no end. I'll drive, I'll listen to it, I'll be at the gym, I'll be on the way to the office, I'll
Yeah.
be up doing research to make sure that I understand exactly what
Educate yourself.
you got it, because those art pieces, I mean, now I'm like, okay, I love the Ninja Turtles. Little did I know, like Leonardo and Da Vinci and Donatello and Michelangelo were gonna end up coming full circle to where now, as I grew up, I'm gonna be all into the
Art.
actual artists themselves. But here I am, and here it is. So it keeps the conviction there. And then with Beast, I just think of the there's less risk of the artwork from generations past than of a newer project where there's easily ways to have not necessarily a rug pull. I mean, how many times have we seen with somebody getting busted for doing something or something going wrong or something not being done right with the contracts, something
Yeah.
not being done right with the partnerships, a loophole because whatever partnerships they had, the other party ended up realizing how much they were giving up. Because you even see that with some of the license projects like Quid, like Alluvio, where the license companies ended up regretting what they did. And so they
Yeah.
try to find ways out. So that risk is where I'm like, wow, I think I can go with Van Gogh and be all right. you know, I think I can go with the artist that way and feel more comfortable, especially because of how limited the assets are. Because even with the drop where you can only buy the NFT version from yesterday, there was only 110 in total, and people are not selling, right? From what I can see, because I look, right, same way I do with McFarlane or any other
Oh, on
projects. I'm like,
MOVAVI? Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
You're right. I think maybe I seen like the Last Supper, but there's two versions of it, right? Whichever the cheaper version, I think it was selling for
yeah,
like $80. That's the only thing I see on OpenSea right now.
yeah.
And
And
maybe
that
that got
was
picked up already.
right. And so that level of scarcity where I'm like, okay, I only need, with that math, I only need 110 people in the world to buy into this concept. That's all I need. And it's going to be with the most highly sought after, touted art in the world, in the history of this entire world. And I think it's a safe bet, you know? And
No, yeah, I get it.
considering,
Yeah.
but that's what I was like, and considering that they had that part, because in researching Bridgman images and learning about them, I'm like, I think I
Well,
can land on there and
that's
feel
kind of like
comfortable.
the elephant in the room is that name itself. If really people are paying attention to what they do, right? And what's so cool about Bridgman is that's the only project I see releasing their works in digitized
Hmm.
form. And this is something that, and I'm going to ask you this question, but
Yeah,
my thing that I want to see them drop is the Declaration of Independence. And
yeah,
with all these little works of Da Vinci, I'm seeing it's possible, right? You know what I mean? Because they just dropped that moon thing. I'm like, Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and every other work that you can think of, right?
yeah.
So
And
that's
I
what,
think,
because history buff, right?
and you're
So
spot on, because I think Jacob had foreshadowed something about that, right? Like something along the lines where somebody asked him on like a different
he
live
didn't
stream,
say
like,
no when I
yeah, there you
brought it
go.
up in an interview.
It
Yeah.
was you.
So
It was you.
No,
So
yeah.
yeah, so like he didn't say no, and when he explained the history of what his dad did within the metaverse and all those different partnerships,
yeah,
I'm like,
Yeah.
it makes so much sense. But once again, it's just like anything else. It's like it's a balance of understanding what kind of thing you're looking into. Because Quid, I'm gonna connect it to Quid real quick. Quid actually did a functionality, and you'll see it in my wallet, is where you could mint some of their NFTs. Bless you. You can mint some of their NFTs, right? And one of the few ones that you could mint was of The Godfather. And so I was able to
Wow.
get three of my Quid digital collectibles, if you want to call it, uh, because I knew that it was a risk. I minted them, so now it's in my wallet as The Godfather, initially from Quid. So even though there's ones that
Jeez.
are coming out on Cardano, there's ones coming out on different partnerships of platforms. Those Godfather ones are
They're
legit, and they're
godfathered in.
they're God. There you go. I like that. They're Godfathered in, so that's why I'm like, let me just lock those in that way, because as I've literally dealt with getting the rug pull with Recur, dealing with I think triple 888 was another project I was in. It was supposed to partnership with like Paris Hilton, Recur, and a few different big names, and a rug pull. Um,
Interesting.
I
Yeah,
got some
very
Hello
good.
Kitties and Care Bears. I'm with you.
hey, there
Oh
you
yeah,
go.
for sure.
And
Yeah.
see
And I'm
those, and
holding them.
like,
I'm holding them.
and I've looked at them, and because even like what Sylvester the Cat, I'm like, there's some, and I'm like, they're still the first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're still the first. You
Yeah, and
know?
if you're like one of those guys where you're like the first of the first and you're going to do research like you, Carlos, where you're
Yeah,
going to be like FA blockchain makes a ton of sense to me. IT guy, right?
yeah.
FA
Mhm.
blockchain makes a ton of sense to me. And so like McFarlane, and shout out to Shane because he gave me the secret about McFarlane, because you can find some really cool codes online that people sell, right? Way
Uh huh.
cheaper than you are to buy those NFTs online right now through their
Uh
site.
huh.
So a little
Mhm.
little trick
Mhm.
there.
Nice.
But yeah, like the McFarlane FTs, if you understand how the tech works, you understand if by some chance the lights go out, they still exist. And
Yes.
Yep.
so I'm just saying. Oh
So
wait,
one.
Carlos, before I gotta play this just to cover our
Yeah.
butt here. All right, we're good.
Love it.
Stuff behind the scenes. Yeah.
So
Comic guys enjoying this.
yeah. So with that in mind, right? Like one of the things that I do. So the work I do is called data governance, right? So data governance is essentially the way you mitigate the risk associated with the data and the assets that are going to be in existence for the organization.
Got you.
But the key part about it is, as we're making sure, and think of data quality. Like one of the biggest problems with AI is data quality, because you trash in, trash out.
So that's why
So
they're always saying it's in beta.
yep, it's a beta, because you're trying to get this insights, but you can't even say that the source of data is accurate. You don't
Yeah.
even know that. So it's called authoritative data source. You need to have an authoritative data source to be able to know that where you're getting the information from can be validated. What's blockchain? Blockchain is be able to let you know that you can trust the data because it's the source. It's got the provenance. It's got the data lineage to know exactly where it began, where it was transformed, or where it got transferred to. And so you can definitely know and substantiate this is the trusted source. It's validated on the blockchain. You got it. And so with all these projects and everything there, it's like that's right, blockchain don't lie.
Don't lie.
Because it's gonna be able to be where you can run the audits. There's a website that I actually have a membership with them. It's called Webicacy. So Webicacy is where you can actually run your wallet on that site, and it will let you know the level of risk associated with each of the projects or tokens that you have in your wallet. So it doesn't basically, because I do audit for that work. I audit the company to make sure that we have critical data elements, all those things secure. So this is basically a version of audit for your blockchain, for the tokens. It lets you know what kind of smart contracts they have. It lets you know what kind of code they have embedded within it, and whether or not they have the capability to do certain changes to manipulate what you think you have in your wallet, but they have some kind of Trojan horse, we'll call it.
This is on Webicacy.
Correct.
Interesting. I need that website. That sounds cool.
Yeah, because you hook your wallet to it, and then as you make purchases, it gives you that level of credibility to the project. It actually lets you see the code. So you can see the code associated with the assets that you own.
Webicacy.
I didn't find it. Yeah, maybe give the link later.
Yeah, we'll find it.
I found Webicacy, but not Webicacy.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. But it's going to be associated with the level of risk as it pertains to the assets that you're buying online. And then you can get the membership, so you have that online monitoring and protection for your wallets.
I found it.
Nice.
Did you get it?
Yeah, let me pull it up for everybody.
Yeah, and
that's it.
Right
here.
Webicacy.
It looks like Comic Guy just subscribed. So
nice.
All right, guys, it's in the chat. Go check it out, guys. Webicacy.
Webicacy. Like legacy, but Webicacy.
There you go.
Webicacy. There you go. Webicacy. So with that is where it gives that level of validation, right? Because you think about it, to your point, like with IT or data analytics in general, you want to validate whatever it is that you're making decisions off of. This helps to run that type of analysis to know that everything you have in your wallet is going
gives
to
you a
be
baseline from A to B.
You got it. And you can quarantine, you can protect, you can mitigate. You know which ones to leave alone. You know which ones to feel more confident about. You can still do additional research, and there's still parts about it. Just like anything else, you can't go all in on what they're saying, but it gives you another data point to be able to say, at least I know this project is showing some level of merit versus another one where I might get into it and have like a higher level of risk.
Yeah.
This is like your malware bites for Web3 in a sense, to kind of give you the warning, let you research, and it's really good to understand what's going on, right? That's why a lot of people use Revoke, just to see what's going on with the wallet, what's still connected, right?
You got it. So that's just another helpful thing that I was able to be like, okay, this helps give me some sense of levity, or at least another way to determine whether or not what it is that I'm buying is going to have that legitimate, basically I'm not going to get a rug pull, or I'm not going to have them try to drain my wallet.
This is good to know because yearly we do what we call a Web3 security space. And I don't know if you know Michael K from MetaMask. I think it's MetaMask now. He was with there was a product out there where they were helping wallet cards. He was with wallet.
Now his consensus.
Yeah. And so he's the security guy, and every time we get him on here, he'll scare you to your wits to try to help you to understand, really secure yourself better. Like a great example, don't keep your cell phone number on X because of cloning and stuff like that. So we have him on yearly, and so this would be something good to bring up with him the next time if we get him back on again.
Because it's not the exciting part, right? It's not going to be the 1000x kind of conversation that people want to hear, but it's going to also protect you to go from to zero, right?
Yeah,
You know,
that's what Richard Holy for Holy he calls it. The he has he's also hot big into securing yourself in Web3 or slash digital, and he puts out these classes called boring security, but it's very educational, and you get to learn a lot of different things, ways to protect yourself.
yeah.
And as Michael K says, yeah, don't raw dog the blockchain. That's what he says. So
I'll say
educate
that. Yeah.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I like him. Like when we first had him on, I think he was feeling us out, and so I think he was doing the scare tactic thing, and then he
sure.
realized who we were, and it was really good. A lot of people got educated the first time, and then the second time we had him on, we not only had him on, we also had Askar from oh, what's that Web3 insurance company?
Yeah, Fairside.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they were on
Mhm.
too, and so we were really big on security. So this is really good to know because this is something I didn't know, and I like knowing. So thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, and that's the idea is where as the space matures, more of those products become available, and it gives that level of um, understanding. Yeah, and it gives a level of understanding on what it is that we're not even thinking about or that it's even available
Yeah.
to make us feel more confident on like, okay, now I know the legitimacy of this project. Now I can feel more confident on what I'm getting because I got at least somewhat of a baseline of comfort on how credible this project could be.
And you can check your wallet with this too now. You might be holding a Trojan and you not even know it in your wallet, right? It could be in the hidden features. You could
You
have
got
something
it.
that you've never interacted with in a year, and then all of a sudden you try to do a transfer and you're drained.
You got
Yeah.
it. And it'll tell you, and it'll actually illustrate the code. It'll show you specifically.
Or
It
you'll
won't
like
be like,
redline it or something, right?
you got it. It won't be like, hey, look, it's dangerous. I got no
Maybe you
proof.
might want to not, interact with it.
Yeah,
It's gonna tell you no.
it exactly. It'll tell you
Cool.
no, and it'll say, click here, look at the code here, and this is why, and this is how it's what capabilities that code has to be able to put you at risk.
Oh wow, very
That's cool.
detailed. Yeah, that
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
All
So
right.
it's
We
really
we
good in
might
that
have to
sense.
cover this on our Web3 show Future Watch because this
Yeah.
this sounds very compelling. So thank you for this.
For
Guys,
sure.
check this out. All right.
No, very cool. Yeah, thank you, Carlos.
Yeah, man. Before
Hi.
I can
Sure.
hear my daughter. Before we continue, there's something that I want to share with you really quick, House of
Yeah.
Bane. Because I know since you are into Web3, we want to give you something. This is a NFT that was created by a community member, and this is a special one because there's only 60 of these ever made, and we don't give
Oh
this out to
wow,
anybody.
That's
And this is a
true.
depiction of our family as our favorite DC characters.
that's
Um,
awesome.
and so you can see me with the hat, right? And if you remember, I usually wear a Billabong hat, right? So the artist
Yeah.
put a Billabong hat on me with the bat ears from Batman, as well as my headphones. D is Wonder Woman is her favorite. My daughter is big on Punchline DC, so that's Punchline right there.
Uh-huh.
And then my son, coincidentally, when he was like, I think 3 months, we just put the phone and we put all the superheroes, and he went crazy when he saw Superman. And so that's him as Superman.
That's so
So
cool.
this is a family piece. We don't really give this out to a lot of people. I think you have one, Slaps.
I do not. I do
Yes,
not. I'm not.
you do.
I,
Stop it, man. I know
I
you have
know.
one.
I'm not cool enough to have one.
Did you check your hidden
He's got
folder?
one.
I
He's
didn't
got
even
one, but
know this existed until tonight.
What?
he's fibbing. But
No, I'm not.
okay, well, if you don't have one, you will get one. But
Well, we can check the blockchain to see who
well,
has
so
one.
There you
I know
go.
how much are left, but House of Bane, we want to give this to you as well. If Slops, if he didn't go, I thought Slops got one, but there's not a lot left, and we want you guys to have this because this is a family piece, and I know you're a big collector, and I know
Yeah.
you're not going to flip this or throw this out with the trash. So this is coming to you.
That's awesome, man. And I appreciate it because back to what we are talking about way at the beginning is like part of the fun and the benefit and value of collectibles is also the memory because I guarantee you, like I'm not gonna forget this conversation, this whole experience, right?
Let's
Because
go.
normally I'm talking about this stuff for about maybe 10, 20 minutes max, and most people are like,
We're almost on 3 hours, my friend.
I know. And I'm like, dude, this is so like this has been awesome for me to be able to just nerd out and just like share, these type of things because I'm like, man, I don't get to, I don't
You don't
get
get to
that
geek
type
out a
of
lot, right? You don't get to
right.
geek
I
out.
don't get to
Yeah.
geek out that much and most of the time it's just like whatever, dude. Like whatever. But yeah, that's so cool. So know that I will absolutely appreciate it and won't be looking to flip anything like that because it's going to be the memory that's going to be connected to it that's going to really have the value, right?
Now,
Because
if you're a completionist, this does come in a set.
uh
So there is the beginning that did not have my son. So we actually got this piece before our son was born. And then
uh
when the artist saw that our son got born, we didn't even ask him. He painted a new set, which is only 60 of these series 2 with my son involved. So you're getting a slab that no one really can get that has my son on it that not a lot of people have.
yeah.
So
And then
yeah.
like you said, like be able to complete the set there.
Yeah, so
So
we
that's
have
going to
one
be awesome.
without my son, and then we also have one signed by D&I. So yeah, if there's
And
some completionists out there, and we have some completionists in our community, not everyone has the set yet. So
that's cool. That's so cool.
Oh
Um
gosh.
but we'll leave it for another time. I do not own any. Okay. All right. Well, that's for a later time. Right now we're with HOB and also Shark Sloppy's gonna get one as well. But shout out to you guys.
Sharky.
Thank you so much for both of
Sharky.
you guys.
Sharky.
Because you're a shark, man. Come on. But thank you both for coming on. And regardless, you guys are both to get this. If I'm pretty sure we sent one to you, Slops, and maybe you just don't know how to check the MetaMask.
guarantee you didn't because I have never given you my address.
Is that true, D?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Okay, all right. Well, we got one for you. Yeah, just like Slop says,
Show
I
me the
wasn't invited.
receipts
I'm
or
like,
it never
bro,
happened.
you got a key to the whole place. So,
and you earned it with the slops. And look, it's 242 right now on the timer, so it's just perfect timing
Oh
with the
snap! Yes, 242.
all right.
I'm
242.
gonna be seeing that number more often now that I know
Yeah, I
that
know
that
you're gonna
music's
see
in
it
for
there.
you.
It's
Bane,
gonna be the
before we
connection.
close out the show,
Yeah.
we usually do a race. We'd love for you to stick until the end. We're gonna kind of like just do a fun little race. If you want, you can enter. It's for a base Pokeos pack where
Okay.
you can rip to win a Pokemon card, which is an RWA. So it comes with the digital and the physical.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, that's what we're gonna be vying for today.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll hang around. I'll just
All
I'll
right.
put it off. I'll turn on the video so I'll get back to the desk because I'm gonna try to find my McFarlane pins, and now I'm like bothered. I'm like,
Oh
I
yes.
know I have them, so I'll turn the camera off and I'll be floating around the background because
All
I'm
right.
gonna try to find those.
Sounds good.
All right,
We'll
sounds
run a
good.
race and make sure to add him to the race, D.
Okay.
All right. All right, let's go.
See
All right, guys. So if you haven't yet, I hope you have been adding a emoji to the chat down below. And D, I hope you have everything ready for that as well. Okay. I'm assuming you have our son again. So does that mean that the kid's cell phone gets taken away? Just wondering. All right. Anyways. All right, Slops.
Let me share my screen.
Just share the screen right there. And I'm going to try my best to be like the biggest bro, although I'm not the greatest. So let's go. All right.
Right.
And hopefully we have everyone there. How many heroes do we have today?
We have
And I
20
saw
heroes.
Clarissa in here. So she did put an emoji. Okay, perfect.
Yep, we got Clarissa.
All right.
So let me see. So I have Smart Buy, Comic Guy, Digital Verse, She Woman 1, VeVe, Ronnie Lido, Saloni the Winner, When Pokemon When, VeVe Collecto, Assignment, Ideal, VeVe Manager, Secret Rare, Music Needs, Unk, Mr. Gravy Guy, Video Game Guy, Majin, Batman Who Laughs, Clarissa, and House of Bane.
Oh, Saloni, we are not quacking today.
Today.
You're all heroes. But in the latest episode of Fangirl, Saloni, you might be someone different. Anyways.
Oh, and we got 20. Yeah, we got 20. So hopefully everyone put in their emojis.
All right.
That was all that I got.
There we go. Okay, so we have that. That is gone. Since it's Aloha Friday, I guess I'll play some reggae music.
Oh, reggae.
Just for the fad here. All right.
Okay.
And I guess we'll get started, D.
How long do you want the race?
45 seconds of drama.
45 seconds. Okay.
All right.
Let me turn this on.
30 minutes.
45 minutes.
Everybody, we're all going to go take a break. You know, if you got a cigarette, go smoke them if you got them.
Let's see. So super full screen or this is good?
That's good right there. That is not the one I want. That's the crypto. It's not
Dragon dog.
All right, everyone. Get your capes flapping and get ready to shoot to the moon. Go for it, D.
Okay, here we go.
All right, guys, and we are off. Unfortunately, none of these heroes know how to fly. They're all running very slowly, and looks like they've got a little bit of arthritis. But we have got way too many people for me to understand. But we have TBB. That is the biggest bros proxy right there. But House of Bane is coming up really fast on there. And then we got Comic Guy, TBB, and everyone else kind of getting a little bit too close, guys. It's called a 5-foot rule, but nobody's listening. She-Woman in the back is kind of like chilling out. TBB is still in the front. That's because he's got the Batman suit on. I am not surprised one bit. Now, everyone decided to take a freaking smoke break because now everyone's just chilling in the back. But then we got Comic Guy as he's ripping. Oh, wait a minute. House of Bane. This is my stream. I'm taking it. Let's go.
Man came out of nowhere.
Let's go. Shout out to House of Bane. You seen that? He was like, not today. And he ripped right through.
Oh, it's nicely done.
Not today, everybody.
I was wondering what would break first, your spirit or your body?
I think they broke both. Oh, is that what that? I think it is. Look at that, guys.
Oh,
Winner.
snapperooskies.
Can we have a victory speech?
Of course, Bane was going to rise to victory. Now is not the time for fear. For you, that comes later. Spanish Nation will rise again, yes.
Bravo.
Oh, shout out to you, man. And congrats. Are you
Thank
infallible?
I don't believe I'm infallible. You mentioned it earlier, but I want to look into it because while all that was going on, it was pretty cool because I was able to find them. Check it out.
Oh, nice.
Oh, love that.
Oh.
And then
Comic Guy, do you have any of these, Comic Guy? You know McFarlane mod guy?
so that's the regular, right?
Can I ask how much you purchased those for?
Yeah, and they were I think
Oh, that's a chase piece right there. Look at
that's
that.
a chase
He
piece.
does not
Oh,
have
my.
those.
This was at maximum $30 each. Because you had to sign up for them and to get to get selected for it. And then as you got selected, then you had to put in how many you were going to get back to the magic number of 3, where I was like, let me just make sure to at least order 3. And then that was in December. And like I say, it's on my, I put on X a couple of weeks ago. It's funny because I was talking to Juan, right? Obi-Wan Kenobi, right? Like I was talking to him about it, and
Obi-Wan.
I'm like, dude, I swear, like there's certain posts that I put, like where it'll catch momentum, but then if I put McFarlane or certain ones with VeVe, like certain ones just get like I don't know if it's like shadow, anything, but
man.
like it just seems like to fall by the wayside. But I posted this one, I made a whole little video about it, and crickets, man. I'm like, dude, McFarlane 423, all that kind of stuff is still it didn't catch any.
I got a question for you about pins. Do you know that Cryptoids also dropped a pin?
I don't think I knew about theirs. I knew about
So I have one. It's somewhere in this house, and I don't have it yet. I'll bring it up once I pull it out. I'll put it on the TL. But I bought mine for like $25, and it was these Motu pins that they were giving away, I think during 2022 or 2023 at Comic-Con. And that's also kind of when they were dropping those special edition cubes. But you can get these Motu pins on eBay, and some of the people are selling them for dirt cheap. And
really?
I can't find them anywhere else. So, Poof, you're in here, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? The Motu pins. But yeah, they sell Motu pins. And since Cryptoys is no longer Cryptoys and Digitoys, I'm assuming those pins will probably be really cool to have now.
Right.
But not financial advice, people. I know nothing. I'm silly.
Right. It's like, well, you know, just in case, just to,
yeah.
your
It's
own
a
personal interest.
water cooler talk. But House of Bane, this has been an awesome conversation. What we like to do when we get to the very end is we like to turn the tables on us and we let you ask us questions. So go ahead.
Yeah. So within your journey, and we talked a lot about it already, what are you most bullish about as far as projects go, and where you can see your, I'll say your channel, right, also growing? Where do you see those two things going?
Okay, so our channel specifically kind of spans outside of the digital collecting space. It's more of Web3 and a generalization. And the media group really was created as a first type of thing where we're trying to be, you know, like how the CW or CBS, they're basically a network for cable TV. Well, we're trying to be the network for live streaming. There's nothing like that out there right now. And I'm going to give away the horse here, but yeah, there's not an organization out there right now where they're calling themselves a media organization specifically for live stream UGC content. And I'm a big believer in people are they don't like the cable anymore. They're cutting the cord, and YouTube, TikTok, and IG is pretty much what people like to watch. And so that's really where the channel is fitting. Is we're trying to connect the Web3 part with also the live streaming part to kind of get this message out, as well as kind of move on with the tech. Now, what I'm really bullish in is artificial intelligence and what we for generalization purposes, you know, in general. We're using it right now for digital collectibles. We're using it right now for verification and maybe some other stuff here as well, you know, with your wallets and stuff like that. You can even get really cool with MP3s and stuff. But in a sense, I really love the tech. And by us doing stuff like this, perpetuating the space, we're a part of it. We're pioneering with the projects here, and we're moving up the stream along with everybody. That's kind of how I look at it, if that makes sense. And I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, you did. And then the part I'll ask next is, what is your favorite collectible from what y'all have right now? I know you said you had a lot of them, so it may not be easy.
Yeah, so I think it really has to come down which project we talking about first, right? Now here's a really good example, right? Like I'm a big Michael Turner fan, right? Rest in love, Michael Turner. I'm a big fan of his art. I just love the way that it's very dynamic. And so I recently just picked up, I actually got this on FANABLE. Oh, that's not it. Sorry. This right here. Witchblade #1. And Slops, you were there on the stream when I pulled this from one of the kiosks. I actually was able to pull this from their secret kiosk. So I put $29 in a kiosk and I came out with a $120 book. And I took it, by the way, right? Like they would either take the 90% buyback, but this is a book I've been wanting, I've been chasing. And once again, I can go and buy anything I want on eBay or wherever, but I'm a creature of comfort and I would prefer to get things in projects that I'm in because I want to support. And I was able to pull this book. I'm so stoked I have it. This is going to be one of my first redemptions from this project, to bring it home and have it here, put it on the wall. And I don't care if it's signed or nothing, because I actually have a book that's signed from Turner in FANABLE. I just always wanted this book. And so when it comes to this specific project, this is one of the grails. If we're talking VeVe, that's really hard because, like, if we're looking from a value prop, I'd say the secret rare of Fantastic Four #1 is my grail on VeVe, because that is basically the first family, and a lot of the MCU came from those books. And I think we lost Bane, and he probably never heard anything I said. I don't know if you heard anything I said while you were gone, or I don't know if you can hear us. Can you hear us, House of Bane? I don't think you can hear us.
I love how he gets smiling at the camera, like he knows what we're saying.
Here, let's so. Can you hear us? It's that whole StreamYards thing, right? There you go. So I believe we can hear him, but he can't hear us.
Yeah, is it audio quit on me again?
Okay, now we can hear you.
Can hear you.
Can you hear us?
I think it did it to me again.
with the
We can hear you. I'm like
audio.
whispering, like you hear me, Slops? Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Yeah.
I don't want
let's see.
to, but I do. Kidding.
We can hear you. Okay, here we go. We can hear you. Can you hear us?
It's like charades.
Yeah,
Charades.
that's what it
Say
is.
something
All right, we
and
lost
then
them.
can
We lost
guess.
them again. Okay, yeah. What is the game we used to play where we had to guess the thing?
Oh, taboo.
Was it taboo? Pizzeria.
Oh, dang spiders
Anyways.
in the webs.
All right, his audio quit, but yeah. Long story short, wherever I was at, yeah, that Witchblade is like my favorite piece on FANABLE right now. And that's like for anybody else, right? Like everybody has their own favorite pieces. Can you hear us?
So strange because I can like it showed on the mic test. It showed that it worked, and so the mic test was working. But then I still, I don't think I can. I still can't hear you.
You can't hear us. Okay, D, tell him to go look in the private chat.
Can you go look in the private chat?
No. Like type on a comment to tell him to go look in the private chat. Go to the cog. What probably happened is it's in a different audio source. Go to the cog down below.
Okay.
And choose your audio source.
There.
And shout out to everybody watching right now. I see 100 eyeballs watching right now. So shout out to you guys. We're going to be getting out of here slowly.
Yeah. There we are.
Can you hear us now?
No, I can hear you.
All right. You were in a different audio source, right?
Sweeta.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So I don't know where I last left off. I think I was talking about the VeVe digital collectible.
Yes, you're walking through, and then you're showing the comic book.
Yeah. So this is like my, I guess I don't want to call it my grail, but this is my favorite piece on FANABLE, specifically because I'm a big Turner fan. I'm a big Witchblade fan, and I've always wanted this book. So shout out to FANABLE. I was able to pull this off of a $29.99 kiosk, and the book's worth a $120 value. But that's not the reason why I like it. It's just because it's the first appearance of Witchblade. Now, if it's VeVe, for the Secret Rare Force Fantastic Four, that is my grail of choice. Like, that's the only thing that I would ever want if I was ever looking for a grail. If someone said, "What's the grail?" That's it, and I have it already. Shout out to Charlie Fischler because I did a trade. And mainly because it's the first family. A lot of superheroes birthed from that series from Fantastic Four. You can name a ton of them, like Black Panther, Silver Surfer, and on, right? So a lot of that too is what drives that for the value prop of that book. Now, if it's nostalgia on VeVe, it's really between three collectibles: the DeLorean, the Enterprise D, and the Battlestar. I'll start with the Battlestar. My wife and I, when she first met me, and I don't know if you've heard it before, I've said it many times, on Fridays, I wouldn't go out. I watch Sci-Fi Friday on the Sci-Fi channel because it has Stargate Atlantis, and Battlestar Galactica and Doctor Who. And we never went out. So I pretty much brainwashed my wife into liking sci-fi every Friday. We'd never go out. Our friends would be upset. We'd go out on Saturdays. And we watched Battlestar, and Battlestar was a big thing for us. It would be date night on Fridays, on Sci-Fi Fridays. Dee would make a big meal, and we'd watch sci-fi for 4 hours. And then Dee and I would talk story until like the wee hours of the mornings. And we did that for like 3 seasons of Battlestar, Dee. And it was good because Dee and I got to know each other so well. And so Battlestar, specifically that spaceship, that reimagination of that series, Dee and I love. And when VeVe dropped it, I think we were the two most excited people in the community because everyone was probably looking at that like, wait, I don't remember that one. I remember the old guys, right? You know, but that's the new one, right? And so that spaceship really is an example of our relationship because of we spent so much time together watching that show when we first started dating. So I like that collectible because of that. And then the Enterprise, big Star Trek fan, love Picard. The reason why that spaceship means so much to me is I hated it. I hated that spaceship because it was the ugliest Enterprise they ever built. I called it the fat one, and I couldn't stand it. It was ugly. I hated Picard at the time because he was bald. But over time, because I watched all 7 seasons, I fell in love with the series. I loved TNG. the spaceship became part of my childhood. So when I saw it on VeVe, like, oh my gosh, I was like, I can actually own an Enterprise, and I have it right here, by the way. Hold up, let me grab it real quick, because I keep it with me. But I've got the Enterprise D right here, so I got a ton of Star Trek stuff around me, to be very quite honest. So the Enterprise D I love so much. When I saw it in AR for the first time, it blew my mind, because even still till this day, it looks phenomenal in AR. The Enterprise D, or in the VeVe verse. And then lastly, big Back to the Future fan. As my opinion, it's one long movie. It's not a trilogy. It's just a very long movie. And, you know, who wouldn't want to own a DeLorean? And the DeLorean is the only collectible where I'm with my IT buddies, and you can attest to this, right? When you're hanging out with your friends and you want to show off something, right? I'll put that in the cafeteria, and I'll be like, you guys ever want to look inside of a DeLorean? Like, what do you mean? And they look at my phone like, whoa, and they start walking around the cafeteria and going inside the car, and I love seeing that, right? Like, because they're like, this is badass. You know what I mean? The flux capacitor's fluxing, and I did that recently at a job in Oahu for a major chain. A lot of the IT guys were there. I got some of them in FANABLE, and I put that DeLorean in the cafeteria, and everyone just tripped out. They're like, there's a freaking DeLorean. I'm like, yeah, look, that's just the version 1. Look, this one we can actually fly. Check this out. So, and I showed them how to fly. I flew it over Ko'olina Bay, and it was cool. So
this will tie into the next question. What collectible specific to VeVe would you totally lose it and be like, okay, I gotta have that, or like you're just like anxious or ready to have come out? So
me, honestly, we have the IP already, and I'm probably the only one that wants this. Is I want the original Constitution. I want the original Enterprise. You know what I mean? Like the Captain Kirk Enterprise. Like, we have Picard's Enterprise. I want Kirk's Enterprise now. And then I also want the Defiant from Deep Space Nine. Heck, why not give me the space station while we're at it too? So Star Trek. Ben Rose, you lied to me, because you said there was coming, and it didn't come. So. Shout out to you, Ben. Anyway, Star Trek. I would just love to see more Star Trek. We got the avocado, and we got the big fat one. That's it. So
I think similar to you, though, for me, it's with Star Wars, it's the Millennium Falcon.
Yes.
Like that Millennium Falcon, like if I see that there, I mean, don't get me wrong, Death Star, cool. So I mean, X-Wing meant a lot, but the Millennium Falcon is, that's in the mix. Yes. And it's like that one, I just have the visions of it, whether it's going to be with the Han Solo or Billy D. Williams and that little Super Mario looking, alien character.
Can you imagine blowing that thing up and going inside the cockpit?
And just to hear the engine just like fire off and like, like turn it off.
I'm a big spaceship collector, so let me give you an example. So right here, I've got Serenity, right? If you guys ever watched Firefly, right? Serenity's right here. I've got the freaking Star Tours spaceship right here. If you guys are Stargate fans, right, here's the BS5, right? So like, I am big on spaceships. So Millennium Falcon, please.
There we go.
Death Star, please.
Yeah.
There we go.
You know what
I know those. I know those last two. I didn't know any
Destroyer,
of the others.
please. You know what I mean? Ghosts from Rebels, please.
Yeah, like all of those is where I'm like, okay, that's that, and you know that they're holding on to the grails, much like you're saying with the initial, like the first Enterprise, where you could tell even with a trend with Street Fighter or any other ones. See, I was already going somewhere else with my thought, like where they're doing Street Fighter 5, they're not doing Street Fighter 1, they're not doing Mortal Kombat 1, and they're not even doing like the other ones where you, like, for me, if I see Metal Gear Solid or like Konami, or if I see Resident Evil, same thing. Like I'm just gonna lose it on those type of things, and they're not even out yet, but you got to anticipate with the licensing that they have, that they had some of these assets probably already developed or at bay. And to just think like Hideo Kojima, if he ever comes out with the ones for Metal Gear Solid, I mean, of course, Pokemon's like the grail of all grails, and we know that that's going to be like the pinnacle of where everything is going to have to break through. But I'm thinking like Metal Gear Solid, those type of things are just going to be just another insane level to it.
And
But
I feel like it's coming just because of what I've been seeing dropped, and also the quality of the collectibles. I've been a proponent as well as critical in the past, but these collectibles these days are just looking really good. The IP they're getting, I have a feeling we're going to see One Piece. That's another thing I'd love to see. I'm getting into One Piece too. I
yeah,
love ships and pirates, so like it really resonates with me, and I'd love to see One Piece or somebody drop One Piece.
yeah.
So,
Working on it.
More One Piece FANABLE.
but yeah, no, but and just to say, VeVe, because I don't know if they're watching, because they're normally never here, but there are 8 enterprises. 8. We have only 1, so 8.
See, Recur tried, right? Because Recur did that one where
Oh, those aren't. I don't even want to talk about
they
those. Like those freak
oh
me out. Like I
man.
looked at those, I'm like, what am I looking at? Like the primary hall as well as the, the nacelles. It's weird, man. They just decided to put it in a blender. So
Oh, before I forget, like I even had that VB logo, like the original shirt.
yeah.
But then I had with the 242. I still got that's where. And before this 242, I would hear people talk about mints. I'm like, okay, cool, low mints. I get it because you get more points and scarcity. I
Yeah.
understood the concept to it, but I was like, I'm not married to a number. And till I am.
You're married to another. Yeah.
And I was like, now I gotta have it all tied up that way. But
Well,
um
I know now. Now that I know, if I see a 242, I'll let you know.
you know where it
It just
goes.
just
Or
like
like,
Guri with his 415 as well as Fro with his 2099. Although Fro is always asking for the premium number. So
yeah, I always want the top level. But like for you, is there a do you have a method to your mint numbers? Do you have a method to
no,
like
honestly, I'm not a mint guy. I'm more of just the asset, but I do have some special mints like 808. That obviously that's
yeah.
the area code. I also hear oh, someone else I know likes 808 as well, and it has something to do with I think either movie or musics or something like that. CB, I think CB also likes 808. But nah, there's not really a lot. I think I have the the first premiere date of Thundercats on Thundercats #1 comic. I
Uh
have the first premiere date is of the TV show Agent Carter, as well as the year that the show was portrayed as the Agent Carter collectible. So I have that. My dad's birthday is Black Panther because that's one of his favorite heroes. So stuff like
yeah.
that. That's how I collect when it goes from mint numbers. But other than that, I just prefer to have the asset.
Yeah, and same. Like where I find those that I can, but
Yeah.
then as you saw, even as we're looking at through it earlier, I'm like, okay, I can't I don't get stuck on just that. There's some folks that I see what across like the projects that I'm like, man, like they do such a phenomenal job of finding those mints and
And they
pairing
pay a
them up.
premium.
Yeah, and they pay a premium. And I've seen some 242s out there. I'm like, all right, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
get that.
yeah. It's like
I don't,
I'll let that one go.
Uh,
Yeah.
all right, where's 243 at? I'm gonna get work.
Round it
I'm
to
in.
the next one.
That's it. Like I'm in the proximity. You know what I mean? I'm in the range. I can live with that.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I
But
settled.
yeah, I settle. But I see other folks like that with the mint numbers, and I just really I mean, I have so much credits due for that level of commitment, to be able to follow through where they don't budge and they pay those premiums, but it ages so well
Yeah.
when they actually have like this insane set that because of that work that they did, because of that commitment, they when someone else comes in that's basically gonna say like, I like those numbers and I got a lot of zeros behind my name that can get me those numbers. It's like, you know what?
It's a flex.
Yeah,
But
kudos
and
on
that's
them.
that's part of the game here, right? Is like we have some cool stuff. You show off some cool shit. So
Yeah, and there's so many different ways to slice and dice it. I see a lot of folks that when I look at their collections and I just admire and appreciate them sharing what they do.
yeah.
And also it helps to like back to that iron sharpening iron. Like I see what they're doing. I'm like, all right, if they're doing that, then um I gotta know that it's still something I can't get comfortable with and think, oh, nobody else is looking. I'll check tomorrow because by tomorrow it's gone.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. And I'm one of those guys where it's like, okay, like maybe something's dropping tomorrow, or maybe like Slops was a good example. He put in there was some comics. I can't remember which comics you put in there, Slops, but there was some signed ones which I bought, by the way. I'm one of those things. If you put something that's very scarce and I like it, like
the
Absolute Batman,
the Nick Dragotta,
that's it. Yeah.
Absolute Batmans,
yeah, it was like $30, and like so I bought both of those, right? And I'm like,
Uh,
I'm one of those guys. I'll just buy and hold. Like I'm like the crazy guy that bought 20 Absolute Batman ones, right? And I held them, and now I'm like, they're raw and they're still feeling good, right, in my hands. So
yeah, and
yeah,
and for the moment, it's there's we've all got like something we look back on like, what the,
yeah. Either
like
that was a big mistake, like all those Wonder Woman 800s we have, or right?
Uh, oh God, I remember when it was spiked, when everything seemed like you buy it on the drop, you get it, you sell it, you flip it. It was where the floor fell off from underneath me was with that Wonder Woman, not the artist one, but it was the next one.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, this, like I'm like,
I
oh,
know
this
which one.
looks like Wonder Woman,
The one that should
like
have
the
been the first one.
lasso.
We're saying, right, not the cartoon
Yeah,
looking one, right?
I'm
Yeah.
like, I'll get this, and I'll flip it, and then I'm like, and I just see it like just drop, and then like literally the whole market just
Yeah.
just and I still have it in my vault, and I'm like,
just like the Supergirl, right? The second Supergirl. So,
and
yeah.
we've all got those moments, but they're the lessons with it.
We
They're
don't talk about the battle statue, right? So,
yeah, the battle statue. I know as I got the physical of it, I'm like, you know what, like as in many ways in our own life, the things that end up being what feels like the most shameful or painful mistakes end up being the things that help mold us the most.
yeah.
And so
Your education.
it'll be nostalgic, just like when they make the wrong errors with cards or any kind of collectible. Those are the things we remember the most. So I'm like, all right, I have to believe that because now I'm just gonna try to match the mints with my physical collectibles with the ones I see on VeVe. I'm just matching them and saying, okay, I got this Joe Mad in physical. I'll match it online with the digital, and then I'll have the first editions of each of those, and then just
And a lot of this, like for me, and I don't know if you're doing the same, is a lot of this I'm doing it for my kids, right? Because they
yeah,
just understand the value prop.
yes,
I don't have to explain to my daughter about augmented reality, about digital pictures, about digital assets, and about blockchain. They get it, right? And
yeah,
so that's what's so cool. Like, and so a lot of these things, like, and I'm in most of everything that you're in, but like,
yeah,
say, like my Fantastic Four #1. Well, that's just going to go to my daughter, right? Or
yeah,
like my Ultra Grail, or my McFarlane, whatever, right? Or even these RWAs I'm getting from Fanable. They're all going to go to our kids
yeah.
because that's just another alternative way to put your value into something.
And you're spot on because it's the way that as you look to like assets, because there's still crypto projects. You can look at some of the ones that like XRP or I got Flare and like some of those more complex investments, right? And seeing how like get the staking rewards, you have other ways to generate. But even after going through all of that thought process, I'm like, well, what do people typically do when they have just a unlimited amount of money? They just end up going into things that they want to collect, right? They end up going into, to your point earlier, like flex. They something that they want to flex.
Especially if
So
it resonates, nostalgia respark, right?
yeah, and this will do the same in such a powerful way because it's a digital version that will preserve, it'll maintain, and people can rent them out. All the stuff we hear about, where it seems like improbable right now, but it's going to be very much a real thing as time goes on. Because you can see where you can stake the NFTs to have as part of the pool because OpenSea is part of that, where you can stake the NFTs to help generate some of the um, revenue or like staking rewards. And so you see the same way that crypto can work or money, fiat, then you can do the same with NFTs. Then there is not only the value of that nostalgia, also that value of scarcity, but the way it can be creating much like with dividends on stocks, you're going to end up getting some rewards from being able to let it just sit there from that reward pool and create additional uh, financial strength, if you would, So it's like there's so many ways you see this slicing and dicing our current financial system,
Yeah.
but really
So
helping.
many options now.
yeah, helping with the future. So it's exciting. It can be overwhelming, but it's the day to day. And the one thing I learned is I can have all this conviction, but I got to remind myself, don't. You can be methodical. I can get additional assets or additional ones of whatever ones I'm collecting, but I tell myself, don't get greedy in the moment, right? Because I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
it's never going to come back down, or it's never going to, until
Yeah,
it
yeah.
does.
Don't fool yourself there. Don't
Yeah,
FOMO and don't jump right into it, right? Because
yeah,
there's always a scale balance in the end, right? You know this.
yeah,
And in a way, this kind of also follows how markets follow, if you really think about it, in terms of people flipping and buying. Um, but what I do like about this conversation and to kind of well round this is I
yeah,
think in the end, we're all a part about this tech. We're all about Web3 kind of being enhancing Web2 lives and not even know it, right? That's my belief that what we're
yeah.
doing here, what we're perpetuating is already um, making its way. The rails are already being put in place to Web2 normie type of life. And I just want to be a part of this. And shout out to the digital collecting space, because if it wasn't for the digital collecting space, I wouldn't have gotten into AI or any of these things this early. And I feel very grateful for being
Yeah.
early, because in the end, and I go again, I said this in the beginning of the stream, anybody doing this stuff, whether it's AI, blockchain, even trading or understanding how blockchain works, you're ahead of the game, because there are IT specialists that make way more money than me that don't have this knowledge that will hire
Hmm.
you to teach them.
And I can tell you because I work right next to them, and they look at me like I'm the crazy one. I'm like, but
Yes.
this is the whole point of what we're doing. This is the whole, this is the whole point of this, like the next the evolution of it. It's literally all around us. How is it that all of a sudden we're going to go off to a cliff and say that analog is the future? I
Yeah.
mean, no, it's digital. Yes, there's a balance. There's going to be things that are you'll want to have like the physical collectibles, but it goes back to the and, right? It's the
Yeah.
and right now it's like it's all analog and everything's a scam. But it's just that early adoption. You mentioned it earlier. Kids, they look at it, they're like, yeah, dude, I don't do anything. I don't want anything physical. I just want it on my
Yeah.
phone because that's where everybody lives. Social media, just like we're doing right now, that's where everything is going to be leaning more into that digital platform engagement and much
That's where
easier
all my
for me to
money went.
flex
It went
that.
to Robux. All my money went to Robux for my daughter, her friends. I'm like, well, what do your friends
Yeah.
want for Christmas? Robux.
All
Do
my
y'all
money
just
went
want
to
the same stuff?
V-Bucks.
See, V-Bucks, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But it just makes sense. So I think we're
Yeah.
just early, and I think we're lucky.
Agreed. And so for me, this has been awesome. Like this has been like it's very much
Thank you.
a platform for me to where I haven't divulged or walked through everything that I've been doing to this extent. Uh, well, because no
Can you
one's willing
believe
to.
3 hours just went
Yeah,
by?
no one's willing to listen this long, honestly. Like to to go through all the different components that I've looked into or researched. So this is at minimum. My wife and kids are going to be glad because they're not going to be catching strays on this kind of conversation because
They're like,
I was I'll be able to talk about it with y'all. They're gonna be like, why are all the collectibles out? Like,
my
get out of the
husband is
way.
quiet tonight. Right? Yeah. No, I feel
I'm
you,
gonna sleep
man.
really good. I'm gonna sleep really good tonight.
Well, I want you to know that we have a revolving door here, and you're always
Okay.
welcome. If we're ever talking about something or if something that
Yeah.
resonates with you, please come by. We also do show and tells annually here. So, like, we'll probably do another big show and tell. We'd love to have you come back
Yeah.
on and join the community and show stuff.
Awesome. Yeah, and appreciate y'all reaching out, and definitely and really of again, this will be super memorable. Looking forward to the grill, like having that as like a connection to this experience, and it just awesome overall. So I thank you all again. Sloppy, you're a trooper. You stayed on 3.5 3 hours 20 minutes. Still,
Hey, I
still
appreciate it. It's
back in the
nice
pen.
meeting you.
Yeah, definitely a pleasure.
I hope
So
you pull something good with your giveaway.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So I'm totally excited. So however that works, you just let me know, and um,
So we'll reach out to you in the DMs. D will help facilitate. We'll get you
okay.
signed up on Fanable, and I'll even throw you a collectible for 50 cents just to get something into your
So
collection.
cool.
Yeah, we want to
Just
get
another
you in
thing to get
there.
hooked into. I love it. I love it because
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
totally
You
research
gotta be
it and do the
careful
same.
though. They got me. I'm like one of those excessive guys. Once they get me, like the McFarlane stuff, they got me. You know what I mean? Once you get me, that's it. I'm hooked. So
It's
Yep. And
addicting. I can't do it anymore because I'm hired. But before I was hired officially, I was degenning on their drops.
Well, you're likely going to see, another House of Bane. You'll see me on there.
Well, I am level 4. You got to catch up, my friend. I'm just kidding.
There it is.
But shout out to the House of Bane. Shout out to everyone watching right now. I know it's daylight savings, and some of you guys are like hanging in. A lot of you guys, the chat's been going off. I appreciate to the 100+ people watching. If you're watching now live or on the replay, D, close out the show.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you so much, Carlos/Bane, for coming on and for your time. Thank you, Sloppy, for hanging out outside of your waters. Just really appreciate you showing us your collection. Awesome, amazing collection you got there physically and digitally. And yeah, I can't wait to have you back on whenever we do like another showcase, or just whenever, if you feel like joining the conversation, just let us know. We'll throw you the link. And thank you everybody for tuning in. Appreciate everyone in the chats. And I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend.
Don't mind the producer.
Yeah, as our son, he had one of my earbuds in, and he started waving because he heard his dad talking. That's what he always does.
He probably was doing that and whacking stuff.
Yeah. Smart Boy says, shout out Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh man, this has been awesome, you guys. I want to give also a shout out to the biggest bro. He's going to go live tomorrow. He's going to be covering the Avatar drop on the TRU Drop Show. So if you guys aren't doing anything, there's also BE as well as O'Milly doing the same drop. So go support these guys. Check them out. Also, go and subscribe to the House of Bane on X. That is his X profile right there. Give him some love and likes, as well as Sloppy right here, the FANABLE community manager. Shout out for Slops for hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate you always hanging with us, Slops.
Goated banner. Goated
there you
banner
go.
on me.
Agreed.
Shout out Smart Boy.
Shout out Smart Boy. And any final words to the audience, House of Bane, before we let you go?
I really think a lot of what we said is already summed it up, but really just to close it all out is trust your instincts on the things that you know that you're putting the work in, on all the things, whether it's collectibles, your journey in life. One thing that I remind myself is sometimes I'm looking at projects and I'm asking, how far along are they on the roadmap or timelines? Instead of doing the finger, I put the thumb, because I put that accountability on myself of what can I do to advance my roadmap in my life on things that I can accomplish. So when I look back a year from now, 2 years from now, how did I improve my education, improve my memories with my family, improve the things that are within my control, while still enjoying the many things that I have for collectibles? To, how the phrase goes, touch grass, that type of thing, because life is short. And enjoy all the very many gifts that you have, the collectibles you have of your family, your friends, and at the same time having this kind of platform, as you've all come together tonight, and endured the 3.5 hour plus conversation.
Oh, that's nothing, brother.
I know. It's like here I was thinking I was going to be the longer one, but perfect. It's not.
Oh no, you got to beat Chris Severs. He was 6 hours.
All right, so then I'm into the halfway mark.
6 hours.
That's too awesome. But all in all, I really just appreciate this opportunity. Continue the positive energy with each other, and the rest will just continue to play out. And one day we all will be able to look back for everybody that ignored us, and we will say, "I told you so." Now join us.
I love that, man. That is some words of wisdom. Thank you so much. Slops. Any final words? Any alpha in that shark suit of yours, Sharky?
Well, thank y'all for letting me join y'all at such short notice. I just kind of came home and was just like, there's going to be a stream soon. I'll see what they're up to.
Now, Slops, you already know it's a revolving door, brother. You're always welcome to come hang.
Of course. I might stop by next week. You never know.
Heck yeah.
Here.
Yeah, everybody is welcome to come up here, as long as, what is the rule, D?
Don't be a dick.
That's it.
Except if you're Richard.
That's very true. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. We love you guys. You will be serenaded by the biggest bro tomorrow morning, and we'll catch you guys next week. Take care and aloha.
Enjoy.
Celebrate the weekend. Yeah, let's go. Oh, yeah, let's go. Happy Halloween.